for once.
I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think it's gonna either. That's why later, like when I do another stream, that's gonna be on Twitch. I don't even trust YouTube. I don't. Do you like
me personally?
No.
I don't trust most people, but that's just a personal preference. So.
Trust me, at least I hope.
Sort of.
I don't believe that statement. I don't believe that statement at all. So we are live from the podcast. I'm going to make sure I post this in my Discord server. All that fun stuff.
Yo, I switched over to the channel to see the comments and stuff, and it was just the beginning part where you guys are raging about YouTube's not going to put the podcast out to anybody. It's hilarious.
Which is true, because that's what YouTube does. YouTube has not been posting my shit for anything, and it's been frustrating as shit.
3 podcasts haven't been pushed at all.
It's been super frustrating.
Yeah, but there's also been pretty good engagement on the past podcasts. I don't know why that's the case.
My first episode is actually doing pretty well. It has 135 views, which is pretty good for a first episode. At least on my size, you know.
You two missed the Fire Blast, boys. Let's go.
Podcast with...
Man, it's another one.
I would have put out Q live currently. I just wanted to clarify that with you.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Regi's Roundtable discussion podcast. Our name is Q, the 꽱ᴏᴄɪᴜ.
I won't lie to you. The entire purpose of the podcast and like the name and description of everything, even though it's kind of redundant for what the name actually is, it's entirely for searchable term. It's to make it a bit more searchable. Like if you're looking
clickbaity.
Not really.
Do we know if steel resists ghosts? It doesn't. All right, question answered.
Great, we got you covered, bud. But
I got you.
It's not like clickbait because it is a podcast, and the purpose is podcasting.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna.
You usually say there's 3 people, so wouldn't that be like a triangle, not so much a round table?
You could still make a round triangle.
Listen. Do you change your table shape based on how many people are there? I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just cut it in a triangle. So Kahoot, since you are the new man here, tell us about yourself. What are you doing on your channel?
Well, first, what's up, everybody? BraddahKahuutz is here on Regi's podcast, finally. So, what's going on my channel right now? Well, I'm doing my Pokemon Sun Ohana.
Now, what's an Ohana?
So basically, an Ohana is an idea that I came up with, that I've been working on for the past couple of months, actually, where it's basically a solo Soul Link. You have the Pokemon that you catch has to be teamed up with the next Pokemon that you catch.
Okay.
And if one of them faints, they both leave the team.
Okay. So it's a wedlock?
It's not a wedlock, because
I assume it's not gender based, but still, yeah.
Yeah, the difference from a wedlock.
Also, I live.
Usually, in a wedlock, you can only switch between the 2 Pokemon that are linked.
Yeah.
And if one faints, the other one has to fight to the death, right? That's the whole thing about a wedlock.
Okay.
In mine, if one faints, they both are out. Like, you don't even get a chance to bring the other one in.
Okay.
And the way that it also makes it a little bit more strategic is that the one that fainted is out like normal rules, right? You can't use it again. But its partner, it goes into a retirement box, and
retirement box.
Yeah, you can bring it you can bring it out of retirement by having an available Pokemon.
Yeah.
And not partnered. And so you can repartner it with that Pokemon as long as the primary typings aren't the same.
Yeah.
But you have to forego the next encounter. Like,
so only 2 retirees can be partnered, is what you're saying?
No. Like, if
Oh, I see. Okay, so let's say you get an encounter in Route 1, and then you miss the encounter in Route 2. Route 1's now a free partner to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free partner for the next Pokemon.
Yo, spoilers, Reggie. If you don't know, you won't know.
Yeah.
You're in that Nuzlocke, actually.
Am I gonna die?
Well, guess who you partnered with?
Who? You?
Me.
Of course. So, please kill me.
No, can you? Okay, if you guess what Pokemon you are, I will donate you $10 on stream right now.
Okay, so this is Gen 7. Right?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah,
is
but I'll
this...
give you a hint though. It's not a Gen 7 mod.
Okay. Well,
That's the only hint he's getting. Because
is it...
$10
Okay.
on the line.
No, is it connected to me in some way? Like, from my... Like,
I wouldn't say yes. I mean, I wouldn't say yes, so no.
Well, I want to know if it's connected to me in some form.
Reggie,
Because
you
that will
got
help me.
one hint. You're getting, like, that's it. That's it. Just guess.
Can I phone a friend here?
No, you don't have any friends to phone. We're both here. Let's go.
That's what I was gonna say.
You have 10 seconds and then offers off the table.
All right. Don Van.
No, you were close though.
What am I
Just
then?
kidding, you weren't close. It's
Okay.
okay. The donation bet is off the table, but it is somewhat of another PokeTuber's mascot.
Do I know this PokeTuber?
Yeah, you nicknamed one of your Pokemon in the three-way verses that didn't go on YouTube.
That makes it so much harder because I did a few of those.
But it's one that
You
I
guys
also
are
know
down.
of.
I don't actually remember my entire months from that one at all.
I could be wrong. Okay, it's Whisper.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Then my answer would have been yes, because I am connected to Whismer in some
Are you?
facet. Yeah.
Oh,
Because I'm called Little Whismer. It's like a nickname
I-
I get told.
who gave you that?
Uh,
Since
Symbiotic Troll like a month or two ago.
when?
Yeah.
Kahootz, are you fact checking this?
I'm
What?
watching it right now.
Actu-
I can't. If
actually,
I don't see anything on the line anywhere.
On
about that.
on Symbiotic Troll's channel, he did, I think, a cage lock. I don't know actually what it was. I didn't look, but it was a. It's called Regi's Sack. It's a Whismer. It's called Regi's Sack confirmed. Oh, by the way, I did tweet out the podcast.
I did retweet out the
yeah.
podcast as well.
I also
And
just
also,
figured out the podcast.
YouTube
you.
is not showing your stream.
Are they
I
not?
mean,
on the
we
sub
got
box.
Sabaton
Again?
Liam in the chat. He saw the
Liam
podcast.
did show up. Liam saw up. That's also because I promoted it on my Discord server. So
I
yay!
see.
I could check. I can actually check. I have. Hi, Danny.
Morning.
Hi, Danny. I'm gonna quickly check a side channel I have that's aka my second channel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Are you subscribed to me on that channel?
I'm subbed to me on that channel.
You sub to only you? Wow, how rude is
I've
that?
used the account once since I've made it because it's meant for a second channel that I've not actually used
What's going
yet.
on? Okay, we're good.
And I'm gonna check it. I've done nothing with it. It has 7 subs. I've just thanks to the coronavirus, I can't exactly go outside for
do
outside
with your YouTube
purposes.
channel?
It's supposed to be like a vlog channel.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm not being showed at all. I'm the only
Told
one
you, man.
subbed. I'm the only one subbed on this thing, and it's like literally the last video is from the birthday special with
Yeah,
me and
dude.
you.
Mm.
That's the last thing I'm seeing. Hi, Trebs. We are pointing out that YouTube is fucking me over yet again in terms of showing my podcast out there to the folks.
You can't handle the truth.
That is
No,
why.
it's good.
That's
Trebs.
why, like tonight or like later today, afternoon, essentially, I'm gonna be doing the podcast, or not the podcast. I'm gonna be doing a Minecraft stream later on Twitch about like
Ooh, fun.
Ooh.
because to announce it, I can actually announce it here, I guess. After this podcast, about I'd say actually 11. I threw it on 11. I have it scheduled. It's all set. An hour-long tour of an SMP Minecraft thing that I'm joining is going up. And then at 2 or 3, I haven't really decided the time period. I want to give people time to actually watch it. They won't, but I'm going to give them time to watch it. So at 2 or 3, I'm going to go live, go streaming. I'll be doing that. I'll be base building, because I haven't made my house yet. That's the entire purpose. I'm going to be remodeling an entire village into a house. These two don't play Minecraft, so they're just looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm definitely looking at you, that's for sure.
You're
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
at
I
me
have
in my
no
eye.
idea.
We're actually like on webcam. You guys don't know this.
Yeah, we're on Skype
Yeah.
right now.
We are recording through Skype.
Reggie's naked, by the way.
I
in case
definitely have Skype installed since whenever I got Discord. YouTube is
you're wondering.
yeah.
I don't think I
I know.
haven't had Skype installed since 2008.
I
to be
haven't
honest.
Skype. I haven't used Skype since like 2015 was the last time I touched Skype. I
just
still have
remember Skype
friends.
being really popular, like in middle school,
Yeah.
and like we would all just get on
Yeah.
chat and just like flirt with each other. But then when we got to school, we act like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that
Those
that
were
was
the
days.
that was
I
flirting in middle
used
school.
Skype
Yeah.
like all the time back in college and through high school, but now like after it's all about Zoom. Zoom is the new like
What?
Is it a thing?
What is what?
Zoom.
We're not
Zoom
on
is-
to this. We're not hip.
so Zoom is it's not new. It's been around for a while, but it's like what professionals use
That's
Ooh,
for
okay.
video
Big flex.
for video streaming and meetings. So I just
So-
started a new job
okay.
last week, right? And
Yeah.
all of our calls are over Zoom.
Mhm.
Everything, all our meetings, all our like important trainings, all over Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, and
Sponsored?
actually, not sponsored, not sponsored,
Okay.
but basically,
I think
but
you are
basically,
sponsored. And I
I
think it's a
actually
lie.
really like it. Like I like it better than.
This sounds like a paid advertisement. I
You know,
can't.
it really does. It really does. It sounds like a paid.
Zoom, if you want to look me up, you know.
Well,
check me out.
click on zoom.com/Kahoots for 10%
Right? That's what I'm
off
saying.
all future purchases on. I've never heard of Zoom. Actually, I've been hearing. I don't know if this is true at all, but it made me curious. That classroom, since like they're doing online schooling and they're trying out different methods, I've heard Discord is the way they've been doing it. I don't know if that's true or not though. I've heard of
That's
it.
a weird one to use.
Yeah.
I know one
I'd
story.
be so fucking weird if I had to use Discord for school.
I know one story where they're having their graduation ceremony on Roblox.
Is that actually true?
No, that's a thing. Yeah.
Is
they're
that
doing
really
that.
true?
Yes.
Kind of funny.
That's
Kind
how big
That's
is the
not
school?
Minecraft. What? There's actually a Minecraft educational mode, which I wouldn't be surprised if they're using that too. I wouldn't be shocked. I've been seeing a lot of hijinks with students, and
I
like, their
honestly just wouldn't
teaching.
go. Like I just wouldn't even. It's just hey, we're done with this.
I
for
would-
this year.
I would have a
Yeah.
game play on the second screen
Because
while I
like
paid attention.
doesn't the school year ends in like April anyways, right?
April
Yeah.
or May. April or May. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like just fucking who cares? The last month, just get off.
My ended like mid-May every year.
Yeah. The back home, our graduation was always in either like for college, it was always the second week, and for high school, it was always the third week of May.
Oh, Danny's using Zoom for her online lectures.
I feel like I'd hate online schooling because it drove me nuts in high school. I took a handful for like to get credits. I would do online classes and I hated it. I hated every second of it.
I
So,
feel like
like,
it'd be easier, really.
Yeah, it's easier, but like as someone with ADD, I cannot sit at a computer and do work like that.
Yeah, we know that.
Look, you can call me out all you want. It's still the
Been
truth.
postponing the verses for like a week and a half.
I'm scared of losing. What can I say?
It's a versus. Like, what are you scared to lose?
My dignity and respect of the Pokemon community.
I don't think you have either of those currently.
Look, just because I don't have them doesn't mean I can't lose them further.
I guess that's true. It's
See?
what it said.
See?
That's just that meme with the guy on his fingers on his head. Reggie's having deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts, yes, right. See, I'm the smart boy in here. You guys are all like the little boys, you know?
Let me
Oh my
say
God.
so.
You know, like. Oh boy. So, anything new with you guys in the whole quarantine? How you guys holding up with quarantine?
I mean, nothing's literally changed for me. I still go to work. I
yeah,
stay home.
yeah.
I always stay home, so like it's not a change.
Like your life hasn't changed. It's just a bit more hectic.
I've been getting a little bit of more overtime at work because of all
Which
this.
is
so
probably nice.
more money for me, I suppose.
That's good. Gotta bring that money back to replenish the computer you just bought.
Bro,
which
if,
Yeah.
if the
congratulations, by the way.
government's check goes through like it's supposed to, we're all getting $1,200 if you file for taxes within like this year or last year. We're all getting $1,200.
Now,
And what was I gonna say?
yeah.
Yeah, that'll like literally pay for the computer. So
Yeah.
like
There you go.
You're like
the
set-
government's essentially buying my computer.
Now, Kahoots, how you holding up, bud? How you been doing?
I'm okay. Like honestly, I didn't get corona. I didn't get COVID-19, but I did get the regular, and that
Yeah.
sucked. I was scared for.
And I bet
Yo, have you been
everyone
labeled
around
one of the
you,
essentials
I bet
Kahoots?
everyone around you put you in like quarantine. Like we're not touching you.
No, I'm not essential, but
Ah,
we are
unfortunate.
doing. We're working online, so like I'm still working. I'm still at my new job. We're not I didn't get fired or anything because I work in like a new tech. I work in the tech and cybersecurity industry now.
Okay.
So we can do everything online. So
Yeah. So you're safe. You're fine.
I've been like literally I turned the office that I make my YouTube videos into an actual office for the day, then I switch it back to my YouTube office.
You got
Do you
like
like press a button and there's a trap door, or how does that work?
No, I have. So they gave me, dude. Check this out. So I work for a company called Infoblox, and they literally I was supposed to start. I started on the 16th, but that's when like the whole quarantine thing kind of like started, and everyone like was told to take off.
Yeah.
So they had me come in. They gave me a brand new MacBook Pro, like the one that just came out. Like
That's
I don't know if
pretty
it's
cool.
2019, 2020 edition.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
gave me 2 monitors to hook up to it. So I have all these new tech stuff that I have to figure out, and I just kind of put it in front of my current setup. And then when I'm done with work, I take it down and I put back to what I had.
Yeah, you got those. You got those for keeps or what?
I don't know if they're for keeps. I think maybe if I work there long enough that I can just use.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably they'll cycle out. But
Like if you get fired next month, they'll probably be like, give it back. But
Probably.
By the way, those
But in, like,
computers
2
gonna be
years.
gone.
yeah, in like 2 years, yeah, I'm sure. You know, they'd be like, yeah, whatever. We'd afford new ones. Fine with us.
So yeah, but yeah, I've been holding up okay. I got really sick last week, and so I was trying to like fight it off. But yeah, it was just a flu. Like I didn't have any symptoms of COVID, so that was really good.
At least you
But
don't have the COVID virus. That's the
Yeah, but
least we can say.
But that's the wild part is like not only COVID's going around, but the regular flu is around because and allergies because it's changing into
Yeah, it's
like, oh my
springtime.
gosh.
Yeah, people don't realize we are literally in sick haven right now in
This
terms
is
of like.
wild.
I think everyone
Like,
realizes it. That's why
yeah.
everyone's freaking out.
Yeah, like I don't even like want to even be like slightly get the flu because I know my family. My grandma's a very paranoid human being, like extremely paranoid. Like I get it, there are cases and we have like a handful in my town, but she's like wipes everything down with wipes everything down with like cleaning supplies, sanitizes everything, make sure I use sanitizer even though I don't go outside. I wash my hands very regularly though, so I'm probably fine. Just don't touch your face. You're good. As I touch my face, but
I heard you just like put your hand over your mouth.
Oh no! What will I ever do?
How Hear you.
You better sanitize them hands before you eating them hot dogs.
Bro, I didn't even eat a hot dog. I just told you I was out of hot dogs. What are you
We'll
talking
go buy more hot. You work at a grocery store. Go get more hot dogs.
Bro, we are out of everything.
Are you still? Are you actually still?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't go yesterday. We kind of just gave my mom a grocery list. Like, here, get the stuff and come back.
Dude, I went to the store yesterday. I went to a Fred Meyer yesterday just to.
Yeah,
like,
that's connected to
some
Kroger's.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and they literally they had everything in like food and drinks and stuff, but they were still out of toilet paper and out of paper towel.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
We had to go
Wild out
to
here.
we got mine from the toilet paper I got for my birthday. Which, by the way, Kahoots, I got toilet paper for my birthday.
Wow, happy birthday!
Whoa,
love you.
that was Tuesday. It was great.
That's paper gold right now.
We had to go to Big Lots, which is like I don't even know what you consider Big Lots. It's kind of like
It's like a warehouse store.
it's like a weird grocery store. Like it's kind of like a small-ish kind of grocery store. But it's like an actual branded thing. You can go and get like cheap. That's where I got my mouse from. It's a really cheap $5 mouse that I need to upgrade. But you can't really upgrade anything right now because I can't go outside. But and then I don't know, fucking. It's been some. It's more or less the people I'm quarantined with are driving me nuts more than it is the virus itself.
I mean, that's why I live alone. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, I got my cat. I'm good.
Yo, no, that cat's the fucking worst.
It's
He's
your
just sleeping.
it's your mascot. You can't just trash
He's
your
literally-
mascot.
That Dragapult is literally not a cat.
Look, just because you called your cat Dragavolt does not mean
His name's Kit Kat.
it's the same thing.
It's a huge difference.
I mean, the only one here who has the close mascot to a cat is you, Reggie.
Look,
Yeah, you're literally Eevee. What are you talking
but
about?
Eevee's not a cat. It's like
She's
a
a She's
That's
more
like
feline-like than a
It's
fucking...
like a fox kind
catapult
of thing.
dragon.
I've always considered Eevee like a fox. That's like
No,
always
she
my.
is yeah, she's definitely like a fox.
Yeah, it's like a fox.
But she's the most pet-like. You know what I mean? Like, out of
mean,
the three of
I
us.
Eevee
suppose.
evolves into Espeon, which is 100% a cat.
And then
That's a
like,
cat.
and then like my other mascot's Regirock, the least of the pets.
That's a cat.
Regirock is not a cat.
I mean, it could be what cat uses to go to the bathroom on. So
Look,
Regirock's-
you
Regirock
can
is a
technically
cat's,
get
like,
a
you know that
Komodo
little-
dragon, so you can't say nothing to us.
You know, like the little thing that the cats climb on?
I do not have
my
a.
mascot is a Turtwig.
That's a Regirock.
I thought yours was like the Como. Whatever.
That's my team. That's my
That's his team
draft
mascot, I
league.
guess.
Okay, why
mascot.
do you both have Turtwig as the same mascot? What's up with that?
First off, I have Dragapult with a Turtwig in his fucking head cannon. Get your shit
Okay,
straight, right,
okay,
brother?
YouTube
I
banner,
am in the
YouTube
head
banner,
cannon. What are
YouTube
you
banner.
talking about?
YouTube banner, right now. What's your
Yo,
YouTube banner as
that's
we speak?
Torterra, that's not even Turtwig. What are
It's
you
the
talking
same
about?
family.
It's a
It's
family,
a
yes.
big Turtwig.
It's in the same family. I'll give
It's
you
a
that. but
big Turtwig.
It's a big Torterra. What do you mean? It's not
No,
a big
it's
Turtwig.
a big Turtwig. That's all
They're
it really
literally different
is.
Oh my
species.
gosh.
They're literally different species.
No,
it
they're
up.
not the same. They're the same species.
No, they're not.
No, they're
They're
not.
the same family. They are a turtle. They're all
They're like-
turtles.
Torterra's a tortoise.
Whatever.
Turtwig
It's
is a
the
turtle.
same thing.
You don't even know what
They're the same animal. Just throw them in the water. They'll both swim.
Torterra. I don't think so. Torterra
this-
is literally.
That's like my least favorite video and favorite video at the same time. Like it makes me
tortoise
feel
is
horrible. There's a video of like a woman like tossing. I think it was like a turtle. Like I don't know which it was a turtle or tortoise. I don't know the species specifically, but like tossing. I was like, oh yeah, we're rescuing this turtle, and the turtle can't swim. So at the same time, I feel horrified because that turtle's dead. But at the same time, that's hilarious because it's awful. It's like a weird conflicting factor of like I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, you can laugh at somebody else's.
You can laugh
Dang.
at it, but you also feel bad that it's dead.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to. That's a choice that you're making.
That I mean, if you feel that way, I'm still gonna feel bad. But
So Torterra.
Kahoots, how much
Torterra's a
Kool-Aid do you
continental
put in
frog.
your Kool-Aid?
How much? First
How
off,
much? What?
hold on, no, wait.
How
stop
much
the
Kool-Aid
question real quick.
powder do you put in your Kool-Aid?
No. The question is, do you put sugar in your Kool-Aid?
Yes. I
Thank
do
you,
put sugar
Reggie.
in my
Stop trying to
Kool-Aid.
bring this up and think this is normal. Not. You're not getting this through anyone.
I'm normal because I put more than you do in terms of powder.
I
wouldn't
mean,
like
they have like a recommended amount of water to powder
yeah,
on the thing.
they do.
So I just do whatever it says.
I kind of just fill the lid
Reggie
and
puts
dump
no
it
sugar
in.
in his Kool-Aid.
I fill literally like to the powder to the limit of the lid and just toss that in.
That's
Yeah,
That-
he does.
that's
Yeah,
too
he's insane.
rich.
He's insane.
It's fine with me. It's a decent amount of Kool-Aid.
so you replace sugar with more Kool-Aid powder.
yes, yes.
What the hell?
I will snort the Kool-Aid powder right now. God damn it! I will do it.
Do it. Turn your face cam on. You won't.
I don't actually have Kool-Aid. I haven't bought any in like a year.
I don't think I've
Benny.
bought Kool-Aid since I was like 10.
It's been a year. You bought Kool-Aid for yourself, like
It's 10 cents a pack. Yeah, I could buy Kool-Aid when I was 10. You thought this was? I was out here hustling.
you were hustling for
There
that
you go.
Kool-Aid.
Easy.
Bro, I
Fucking
no lie.
Works.
I used to sell my lunch at school.
Did you
I was
actually?
making money. Bro, I used to sell lost and found items.
Why?
little hustler, 'cause you get money.
Why? That's like really. That's
'Cause I
kind of.
knew money
Only
was the
way to
highest.
play
That's
Money
kind of.
though.
That's kind of shitty. I feel like.
It's really not.
It
No one
kind.
claimed it.
It kind of. If it's like, what if it's like recently lost and found?
So here's one thing that I didn't feel bad about it, but at the same time it was like, you know what? I did kind of swindle this guy. So I found this binder, right? Torn to
Mhm.
shreds. This binder was like literally broken. And I sold it to this I said to this kid, like, yo, I'll give you this binder for $30. And he haggled me down to $20. I was like, you know what? It's a broken binder. It wasn't mine, sold. He gave me $20 the next day. I gave him the binder before he gave me the $20. So like he had it for a whole day, went to his mom, said, hey, this guy sold me a binder for $20. Can I get $20 to get to this kid? I was in like third grade, mind you.
Yeah.
And he came to school the next day with $20, gave it to me. I went home to my mother and said, yo, mom, I got $20 for that binder that I found yesterday. Here you go. And I just gave it to her. Like some G shit.
What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfucker?
No.
Bro, I was a hustler, dude. I used to sell everything at school, dude.
I would have avoided you,
Were
like
you
as a
Were you
kid.
the one to sell contraband Yu-Gi-Oh and cards?
No, I never did that. I'm traumatized with cards like that because I got all my Pokemon cards stolen from me.
Oh,
Uh,
dang.
like, bro, literally, we went, me, my sister, my mom, and like a bunch of other kids, left our house, went to, I think we went to McDonald's. Like, I got halfway there, my mom realized she forgot her purse, so she went back to the house. There's fucking 5 cops standing on our front yard with guns pointed at our front door, and we're all like, "What the fuck's going on?" My mom's all like, and then the cops yelling at my mom. She's like, "I live here," and he's all like, "Oh, there's someone in there." And so they get the guy ran away. Like he obviously got away, and they're all
Yeah.
just still standing with their guns drawn. We go into the house. We find out they didn't take nothing. They took nothing besides my fucking Pokemon cards.
It's such a weird thing to
They
fucking
took
steal.
I had a whole like those huge books with like the plastic coverings.
Yeah.
And all that
Yeah,
shit?
I
I had a
I,
whole
have
thing of
the
that
I know you're
so-
talking about. Yeah,
full of cards, and they fucking took it. That's the only
that
thing
is
they
the
took.
weirdest fucking thing to steal.
It was in the same room as our gaming room. We had a gaming room.
Let's
with,
take the
like-
gaming console.
Yeah, no, we had like 10 consoles in that fucking room.
You
and they
get
took
way more for
Pokemon
one
cards.
console than you would the fucking Pokemon
Bro,
cards.
I'm telling
But-
you're preaching to the choir.
You
But
get
at least
so
you
much
can't
more.
say that he doesn't have his priorities in order.
I
was
think.
pissed.
He went in for Pokemon. He got Pokemon.
No, that was a hit. That was a hit. Someone at school's like, "Yo, bro, you want to steal this fucking Pokemon cards?"
Yeah, break
Like,
into
that
this
was
guy's house.
100% a hit.
Fucking.
That was a hit. But either
I-
way,
I remember as a kid, fucking. There's this older kid, like my mom hated because I think he tried swindling me a bunch of times with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think it's true. I don't actually know. I was 7, so my comprehension's like nothing.
I was very smart when I was 7. I'm just saying. Go on.
But fuck off. Fucking no, you weren't. You fucking.
I was so smart when I was 7.
No, you
I'm still
weren't.
smart now.
No,
Dude, I believe
Bro,
it.
no.
I'm just saying, I matured at a very early age because of where I lived.
That's
And
fair.
I gained so much street smarts at a young age, bro. I was out here hustling 3rd graders. What are we talking about?
To be fair, I didn't move into like a ghetto setting until like 9, like 3rd grade, so like 2 years later.
moved
I was
so much
very,
when I was younger.
very suburban, like at the time. And that was when I got like, this kid would constantly come over and like try to trade cards with me. I never know if he tried swindling me or not. I could never tell because I was again 7. No fucking comprehension was good or bad at the time. My brain was just like, okay, yes, I trust you wholeheartedly. Yes. It's like my brain. I'm like literally trying to rack. Like, did this guy steal from me? I fucking think he might have, and I just don't know.
Oh, wow.
I still was the reason the Yu-Gi-Oh got banned from kindergarten. I don't know if it was banned in elementary school. I never knew. Fucking. I did get
Wow.
beat out in 2nd grade for a Yu-Gi-Oh like action figure I wanted.
Really?
I thought you meant
Yeah.
like you guys
I'm
had
beat up.
a
No.
battle.
No, it
and
was
then, like, you got beaten.
it was a weird auction my school did, or like my classroom did, where it's like you'd earn points throughout the year, and then eventually like there'd be a big auction for like random shit. I wanted that fucking like it was a really nice looking Blue Eyes figurine, like a lot of like moving parts. It's like, oh, that's cool. I want that. So 7 and well 8 and into Yu-Gi-Oh. That was my big fucking thing. I was really into fucking Yu-Gi-Oh for the longest time.
My
and
sister still watches the anime.
I fell down a rabbit hole. I fell down a rabbit hole.
I
Of
check it out every now and then. I'm not dedicated to it.
there's a YouTube channel that posts all the weird dub moments of like the Yu-Gi-Oh animes, and they're very interesting. Like not knowing any of the fucking any of the current Yu-Gi-Oh cast or like characters. Like I stopped at 5D. After 5D, I had no concept of anything.
I
Same.
still don't have any concept of any
That's
of them.
perfectly
honestly.
fine. I still don't remember. I remember 5D for being motorcycles. That's it. That's all I remember about
The
that one.
best.
Motorcycles. Fucking.
I think the most I go into Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, I have Duel Links downloaded on my phone and I
Yeah.
like play it casually.
Yeah, I would play like the games. I don't know if I could watch the anime, unless it's like season like the first era of Yu-Gi-Oh. I could probably do it. 'Cause that's more of like nostalgia than anything else.
That's
Speaking of
fair.
anime,
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding.
Topic.
What
No, I'm just
what
kidding.
anime have you seen?
Well, no, I was just saying I'm missing, not missing, but I haven't watched the today's episode of My Hero Academia yet. Instead, I'm in this
Oh,
podcast.
We're holding
Right.
you. We're holding you down, spitting in your face, saying "fuck
Pretty
you."
much.
Well, I have
No.
like a whole list of things I gotta watch. I gotta watch My Hero Academia, One Piece, Black Clover. There's so much things coming out on Saturday. I'm set.
How's Black Clover? I kind of stopped watching it after the second episode because the
You know,
That's
same. Literally same.
I hated
Dude,
I hated the
it's
voice
so
actor so much.
Good.
I hated
It's
the
so good.
I
Yes.
hated the voice actor.
No, that's what did it for me
That's
as well.
what Japanese. Listen to it in sub because the dub is terrible.
No. The sub is what made me quit.
Really, the dub
Yeah.
is what made me quit.
The main character,
Man.
whatever, like his like the
Asta.
hyperactive kid, maybe Asta.
Yeah. Asta.
That his Japanese voice was just so awful to me that I
be fair,
couldn't
though,
watch it.
he
A lot
the-
of
the-
anime take a while to get going in terms of like the character.
That's
Well,
true. The
no-
first 2 episodes was just trash. I'll give it. It's slow. Doesn't do much. But once you actually get to the actual like the Magic Council and they have
Mhm.
the selection, it's so good.
What do you
Like
think?
from there on, it's just amazing.
I was
This is the
fine.
fourth
I was fine with the
episode.
concept. I was like, okay, cool, I'll watch it. And then like just that voice just kept grating on me because it was just the constant screaming and it's like
Yeah, it wasn't the best intro. It wasn't the best intro. Like even the dub gets better. Like the dub gets
Yeah.
better a little bit later.
It was the only
But
time I was looking forward to the dub, so I wouldn't have to hear that voice actor. I'm being
I really
genuine.
don't like how the books float
I'm
around.
being genuine with you.
If I can be real, I don't like that. I
Li-
just don't
literally-
fuck with it.
I've never said like, "Oh man, I can't wait for that dub to come out. I'll sit and watch that." Never in my life will I say that. Like there are dubs I prefer to subs, but that's very minuscule and a very low amount of that exists.
But like also like everyone else, like everyone except Asta is great in their voice acting.
Yeah,
I'll
everyone
give
else
them
is
that.
fine. It's just Asta. Asta's so fucking awful, and he's the main character, so he's the only one you hear. They're just
Give it
fucking
3
cunt.
more episodes. Get to at least to when they're choosing the Magic Knight squad.
And
Get to there and then decide. because
in
it's
my
so good.
defense, I watched this as it came out. Like when the episodes 1 and 2 came out, I watched them, like when they were released, and then I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it, Chief. I'm tapping out.
Well, if you want 10% off of your VRV subscription, type in VRV / BraddahKahuutz.
I mean, I wouldn't hate being asked by Verve to. I actually have a Verve account. I feel like I could get one off a friend, but
Oh, that was what that was. Yeah, you were talking about Verve like a while ago,
was
Oh,
I or was it?
Cahoots.
Oh,
No,
it was
Cahoots was.
Cahoots. Okay.
and I was all like, "That's the website he was talking about."
Yeah, I love it.
No.
It's such a good website.
I'm curious. I'm looking up. We mentioned this before the podcast. Common podcast questions. I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious.
So VRV, Verve, Zoom, want me to sponsor y'all? Leave me a shout.
I was gonna say, I thought you were about to plug right now. Speaking of plugs or sponsors, I should say, Reggie, how's that Shamrock Shake sponsorship coming?
I want to point out my friend went to McDonald's, got a Shamrock Shake without me.
Didn't bring you one?
What?
Wow.
No,
Is he really your friend?
Wow.
no, he's not my
Wow.
real. He's not my.
Sounds-
Real,
that's
he tells
like
me to go
trust
fuck
issues,
myself
dude.
every day, so I'm not like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. So I did find a site that has 5 questions every podcast host should ask their guests, which
No, this is
is
what you gotta ask every single day, every single podcast. man.
no, I'm not.
Wow, what's one of them?
What is your go-to order at your favorite hometown restaurant?
I don't have a hometown anymore.
That's fair.
Go on. I'm just kidding.
I just order a burger.
Oh,
everywhere
that's
I go.
easy. That's easy, bro.
What?
Portillo's beef sandwiches, bro. If you've never,
Mhm.
Reggie, you live in Illinois, and if you've never been to
Yes.
Portillo's,
I've never
and
actually.
I hate you for
I
that.
I know where Portillo's is. I can go to a Portillo's. I've just like
Get a Portillo's beef sandwich. Tell them to soak the bread, and you'll never. Oh my god.
I do
You
live
want
in
it
a
all the
very
time.
like 90% of the like places that like are here work-wise are restaurants.
You
Is it-
want it all the time.
Because either you're gonna work at like as a nurse, you're gonna work as like at Caterpillar, or you're gonna work at a restaurant. Those are the 3 we have here.
Did you say a Caterpillar?
Yeah, which is it's like they build engines and shit like that. Like that's
I
their
don't think
purpose.
that's what Caterpillars do.
No, that's what Caterpillar. Idiot. That's what Caterpillar does.
But anyway, though, no. But about
I don't
Portillo's,
know
like
about that.
I literally showed. One time me and my friend went out to Chicago for a Bulls game.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, we gotta eat at Portillo's," and we ate at Portillo's, and he loved it. And then like a few months later, we live in Wisconsin, so we're just chilling in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and I'm all like, "Bro, we should go to Portillo's," and he's all like, "You know what? I'm in." And the closest Portillo's was in Gurnee, Illinois, which is a 3.5-hour drive,
Oh
and we
my
fucking
God.
went there. to eat, and
What?
then we came back. And we
Are
came
you
back.
kidding?
Bro,
Why?
that's what I'm saying. That's how good it is. It'll literally make you want to drive 3.5 hours just to eat it.
It's only like 20 minutes from me that I can.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
if you live in Illinois, it's fucking close. And ever since then, I don't know if like we kind of just started the petition in our head that we were gonna get one to come to Wisconsin, but for whatever reason, they got one in Milwaukee now and one in Madison.
There you
So
go.
out of nowhere, they just
So
fucking.
Now you don't have
close.
to drive 3 hours for a fucking
Well,
sandwich.
no, I just gotta drive
Yeah.
2 hours now.
That's even
Hey,
worse.
They're almost there. They just gotta come a little bit.
You're like,
Yeah,
oh
but no,
man,
it's
that's so
like, That's, what I'm
great.
saying. That's how good it is, though. It'll literally make you want to drive across state.
Oh, by the way,
It's-
it does mention like the objective of the question. It's to put your guest
Is it
at
objective?
yeah, it's to put my guest at ease and have some insight to their background. So,
I haven't been at ease since
Oh.
2010, so
Cahoots,
I mean, I think I'm at ease like 24/7.
how long did you live in Hawaii, Cahoots? I'm curious.
How long?
Yeah.
6.
Oh shit! How old am I?
I
Seven.
don't
I
even
turned
know.
25 this year,
Yeah.
so 24 years.
I'll see. Just now moved
Oh,
to
you're
like.
fresh out of Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved in July.
What would you recommend to eat? If I were to go to Hawaii, what would you recommend to eat?
All right.
The
So if you
locals.
go to the Big Island, which
Yeah.
is my home island,
Mm-hmm.
you go to my hometown. It's Kohala.
Yeah.
And go to Hawaii.
Mhm.
There is 2 places you gotta check out. The first is Minute Stop. Minute Stop is like our brand of gas stations.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Like it's like the best kind of like. They have fresh food. They make it right there. It's always prepped. They are so super nice people. Go in and you want to order the furikake chicken.
That's some
You want
pretty
to spell that for me?
Furikake,
Bukkake chicken. That sounds very foreign and nice.
Furikake.
Now I will.
Furikake chicken.
I will not lie to you, Cahoots. I was extremely expecting you to say some like fast food place that you can go anywhere to. I was super expecting that as like a joke answer. It's like, oh yeah, you come to Honolulu and you go to McDonald's.
Wendy's, brother.
You get McDonald's and the Big Mac is fantastic. You gotta love it.
It's got a pineapple
But
slice on it.
For real though. You know how McDonald's have different like breakfast specials at different locations of where they are in the world?
Yeah.
Yes.
In Hawaii, they have rice, Portuguese sausage, bacon, spam, eggs. It's like there's so much good food there. So
Uh,
you definitely
I actually have a
Pudding
fun
sausage?
fact about a pineapple sandwich at McDonald's.
gross.
When the yes, but when the fish fillet came out, it was the reason why the fish fillet became a thing
Fish flake.
because they were trying fish fillet. They were trying to capitalize on the Catholics because they can't eat red meat on
What?
Fridays. Yeah, they like Catholics can't eat red meat on Fridays, so that's a lot of McDonald's like stuff. So they want to
Religion is
capitalize that.
stupid. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say it. I'm sorry.
They want to capitalize on that. So what they did was, someone came with a fish fillet, and then I think Ray, I remember his last name, but his name's like Ray something.
Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
This
He
619.
was the like he was kind of like operator, like he was like the face of McDonald's out to the McDonald's brothers.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. And he was like,
Ray
okay,
McDonald.
like-
Ray McDonald. No, I'm serious. Ray McDonald.
It's not Ray McDonald, no.
I swear to
His-
God, Reggie.
no, it's not actually Ray McDonald. There were 2 McDonald brothers that owned McDonald's, and then like a third guy came in who was a milkshake salesman. He's like, I like you guys' idea, fast sandwiches, bam. I watched several documentaries of McDonald's because I was bored one year.
I think
Ray
I
Kroc.
watched that documentary.
Did you actually?
Ray Kroc was his name.
think
Ray
I
Kroc.
did.
Ray Kroc. Yeah. And so there was a competition between a Hawaiian sandwich, which was literally just pineapple on a bun. They'd probably put
Thank God
some
they
like,
didn't do that.
probably some condiments, maybe. I don't know.
Like that's it?
Yeah.
Please no.
And then
No.
and then the fish fillet, and they were trying to like figure out, okay, like what's gonna sell more. And then, well,
The fish fillet.
what the fuck do you expect to sell? Fish or pineapple? I don't know. Like, I would eat pineapple on a burger. That's fine with me. I've done it before. Tastes fine.
Yeah, but you also, drink your Kool-Aid without sugar, so.
Okay, Cahoots, are you gonna denounce pineapple on a burger with me, or are you like?
So here's the thing, right? So fun fact, everyone out there listening: pineapple is not Hawaiian.
Well, I
Pineapple
assumed
is really
that.
in South
but-
American. It is my pet peeve whenever someone says,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's Hawaiian because you put pineapple on it." It is.
I'm not saying you're
literally
wrong.
not.
That's what a
It is-
Hawaiian pizza is. That's what
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
literally,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not.
It's
like,
hilarious.
I don't-
I mean,
I
that's
don't
It's
what they
mind-
do.
hilarious.
That's what
I
they
It's
don't
do.
mind
hilarious.
pineapple on pizza. I don't mind how it's set up with the Canadian bacon up, but everything on a pineapple pizza on a quote unquote Hawaiian pizza, it's not Hawaiian.
Literally
It's
nothing.
Canadian
It's great.
American.
It's
It has
great.
fucking South
Preach.
American pineapple. It has
Preach.
Italian sauce. There's nothing on this Hawaiian.
Preach.
Look, it's fun. We get it. It's funny.
So what would make it a Hawaiian pizza then?
Yeah.
You
Start
want a
with your
Hawaiian
cheese.
pizza?
Yeah.
If you want bread, fine, whatever. Put whatever cheese you want there. You have to have Kahlua pig. You
Mhm.
have to have like a luau leaf, which is like a kala. No, kala is taro, the taro plant.
So that would be like instead of basil, it would be that.
Yeah, instead of like
Okay.
spinach, you put that on there. You want something a little more fresh? You put some maybe some fish. I don't know.
That's
But,
gross.
I mean, I'd try
I-
it. I mean,
Like back
say
home,
no.
we actually have a Hawaiian pizza. So basically,
we have a real Hawaiian pizza.
we have
Oh man, Kahootz is
a
so passionate about it. I love it.
this is so strong.
I love
So
it,
basically,
dude.
back in my hometown, there's this pizza place called Kingsview Cafe, and they actually have a Hawaiian pizza. They have it's Kahlua pig.
Mhm.
It's I forget what's tasting on there, but they also have like barbecue sauce on there, but just because it just adds some taste.
Yeah, barbecue sauce is good on pizza. I would fully agree.
And they have something else on there. Basically, the main thing is Kahlua pig. That's what's on there. That's Hawaiian. It's delicious. So, and Kahlua pig is like is a way to cook it. It's just kaluaing. You know what? How to Kahlua food animal at all? You ever heard of that term before?
Never.
No.
So basically, the main way to Kahlua something is just to slow cook it. It's kind of like crock potting it, but usually like back in Hawaii, like the right way, if you're gonna do it, you have to put it in an imu. And what an imu is, it's you dig a large hole in the ground, you burn wood to make the coals, you get with your food, you put it there, and then you cover it. You cover it with banana leaves, you cover it with anything that to trap the heat inside, and just slow cook it over like a couple of days. That's the right way to make a kulua.
That's crazy. I thought an emu was a bird.
That's an yes, but
Possible.
But imu in Hawaiian, that's it's that pit. It's the cooking pit.
Okay. Well, that sounds pretty cool.
It's so good. So people telling me also, I really have a real strong disconnect between pineapple and Hawaii.
Yeah.
Is the only reason that people associate it so much is because back in 1896,
My man did his
94,
research. Jesus.
the Hawaiian government was overthrown
Yeah.
by Stanford B. Dole,
Yeah.
who is the pineapple guy.
Yeah, he's the owner of the pineapple company.
He led the overthrow of our kingdom.
That's insane.
Yeah, and he was helped by. Sorry if I'm making your podcast into a Hawaiian history.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But
Continue.
basically, when the overthrow happened, it was a large part of it was due to the American military surrounding the island, and Stanford B. Dole at gunpoint, pointing to our queen's head to sign it over.
I literally just read that. That's insane. They literally did this.
Insane.
Was overthrown when a group of businessmen and sugar planters forced Queen Liliuokalani to abdicate. That's so crazy. Businessmen overthrew Hawaii.
Yes, and
Bro.
the biggest reason. So I can talk on this for hours, dude. You don't know how much I this stuff. But
I can't believe
basically,
this.
one of the other major key factors is that as soon as the overthrow happened, Stanford B. Dole became the governor or like the mayor. So he was in charge of Hawaii when it was a territory of the United States.
Yeah.
He was the first one. And he perpetuated his pineapple and all the other businesses and all of their crap. And I'm pissed about it. That's why whenever someone says pineapple is Hawaiian, I'm like, no, you're perpetuating someone who overthrew Hawaii.
That's insane.
You're basically
I
spinning.
like pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple's a
Don't
fine
forget,
food.
I like pineapple, but
Yeah.
don't say it's Hawaiian.
Yo, he actually made it become a state, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Hawaii would have been its own thing if this man. Wow.
Yeah.
And so, like, the next thing I'm going to say is going into more like theory and skepticism.
Yeah.
But basically, the king before Liliuokalani, King Kalakaua, was a great man. He was being taught how to rule by England. Right? He was going to all these different like meetings and stuff with them.
Yeah.
And the one of the last meetings he had with them was They told him to stop letting the businesses have free range over his island, because what he was doing, he was letting them, out of good faith and aloha, he was letting them stay on their island for free, grow their crops, and sell it back to America for free. No taxes, no anything, and whatever they're paying was very, very minimal, right?
Mhm.
So they said, cut that shit out, make them pay taxes, make them pay tariffs. And they
So,
fucking
wow.
hated it. Like, as soon as he told them how that was going to happen, they almost rioted, right? And his very next trip to America, this man was healthy. This man was like in his late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
He went to America, came back dead.
What you mean came back dead?
He came back, like, he died in America.
So he did.
The
Okay.
assumed
saying. He came back in a
assassination of
coffin.
some form.
Like, we still don't know what caused it.
Mhm.
People are saying like he fell ill or something like that. But
Yeah,
basically,
Spontaneously.
yeah, he came back to Hawaii dead.
Mhm.
Right after that meeting, like his very
Yeah.
next trip after that meeting, that's what happened. And his sister, Queen 괱ᴏᴄɪᴜ, didn't even have time to mourn, like, because everyone in those business was in the cabinet. Like, they were part of the like, they're pretty high up in government.
Yeah.
And so they really made 괱ᴏᴜᴜ queen right then and there as soon as it happened. Didn't give her any time to mourn, made her queen, made her in charge of everything, and took advantage of her. Signed over all these laws, and then, like, not even like a couple of years later, is when
No.
So what I'm hearing is we're murdering Sanford B. Dole's descendants.
Yeah.
I'm looking them up right now.
Anarchy. Actually, I'm curious if this is a thing or not. How do you feel about, like, tourists coming to Hawaii? Because I feel like Hawaii is a very big tourist destination.
Dude, don't get me started.
Well, I'm curious. Explain.
So Hawaii.
Oh, on this fucking podcast as well.
So Hawaii, in terms of the way that it's structuring,
Mhm.
90% of our state income is through tourism.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's for that is due to the marketing campaigns that happened back in the 1950s, where they were,
Yeah.
when Hawaii was just about to become a state or just became a state, they were making it seem like this go-to, like, magical place where dreams come true.
Yeah.
And basically, if you actually, like, you go to Hawaii and you actually look at the state of the natives and people who are actually from there and living there, like, almost all of us live in poverty.
Wow.
None of us, like, the only way we can find good jobs is either working in the health and food industry,
Mhm.
so like restaurants and hotels,
Yeah.
or like the education industry, so teachers and stuff like that, which both don't pay very well.
Yeah.
And
We all know that.
As someone from the Midwest, I very much feel this. Your job options are either be a nurse or food. Those are your two options.
So yeah, so that's like the issue. And the thing that I have with tourists is that they don't really care to know about what actually is happening in Hawaii. They just perpetuating the 1950s.
Yeah. Just want the sunshine and beach kind of.
I mean, in
Respect
theory,
it.
that's what they're there for, anyways. You know what I mean? It's to
Yeah.
relax, quote unquote.
Like, even if you look at, like, so Hawaii is very known for their aloha and their love for everyone and treating everyone with respect.
Yeah.
But people from the mainland, they see that as, I want to say, weakness, and take
Yeah,
advantage of
no,
it
I would
a
say
lot.
that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And with the way that they treat the island, the way they treat the beaches is just not good. Like, I was a Boy Scout for 18 years, because I started at 5 and 16 years, because I recently stopped.
Yeah.
And one of our main things, like, every month or so, we would go to a beach and just clean it up.
Yeah.
Just because of how trash people do it, and it's really horrible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like if people want to go visit, great, like, do it, go visit. But, like,
Yeah.
one thing I can say is treat that island with respect,
Yeah.
and go back home. Don't stay.
You don't want me to move to Hawaii?
Don't move to Hawaii.
Yeah, I feel
It's not big enough. People are
Yeah.
I can get into this politics all the time, but Hawaii is something that I really am passionate about.
You're fine. Do not worry. You are more than what I'm asking the question, so I'm more
I
than
feel
fine.
more
Yeah,
wise now.
yeah. Like I was genuinely curious about the perspective of a Hawaiian, because that's kind of my purpose of the podcast: get perspectives I don't actually have. Because obviously I don't have any knowledge of Hawaii. I've barely left Illinois, and when I've left Illinois, the closest would probably be California, and that's by a large stretch of like the imagination. That's the closest I'd get. And I was going to Disneyland when I was a child.
Wow, you're so
Yeah,
typical, dude.
Yeah.
You're such a typical.
I
ass dude.
haven't been on vacation in over a decade. So I mean, if you're gonna shit talk,
I mean, I've actually never been on a true vacation. The
I've
only
not
vacations I've been
left
on
Illinois.
was to the Wisconsin Dells when I lived in Illinois.
Yeah,
I went. So like, I feel your pain.
I-
Not pain, but I know what you mean.
I still haven't actually gone to any like big states yet, other than I went to San Francisco for a bit.
Yeah.
And I did that tour with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I went to Washington
Yo, what up,
DC
Drake Starstorm?
when I was a Boy Scout for the in 2010. And we went to the National Boy Scout Jamboree.
Yeah.
And so I haven't really explored America much either.
Where do you currently live? I forget the.
Tacoma. I live in
Okay.
Tacoma, Washington.
Okay.
Tacoma.
How you like in
Pretty good.
Washington? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like it. I really wish I had more time to like explore.
Yeah.
I really jumped right into a job as soon as I got here,
Mhm.
and I guess I had a chance to explore. I'm not gonna say like I was
Yeah.
just lazy at that point. I didn't have a job for like 3 months, so I guess that was the time I
Yeah.
could have done it. My girlfriend had a job,
Yeah.
and so I could if I was doing anything, I was doing it by myself, which is
Mhm.
what I wanted to do. So, but I
Uh,
like it. I like it still. It's a good place.
So I have family in Washington, but I don't actually know what Washington's like. Is it like? I've heard it's like a lot of farmland in a sense in a lot of areas.
It's a good amount. It's very
Yeah.
it's very spacious.
Because like anytime I hear about it, it's like, oh yeah, all the goat farms over in Washington. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
I think that's more on the other side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Like the way that I'm from, I'm on the where the hell am I? West side. I'm on the west side of the
West side, I got you. I got you, my gangster.
Yeah, like-
Oh, I know exactly where that is. The west side of the mountain. Got
Yeah.
it.
yeah, and then the other side is where they have like the vast lands and the farm
Mhm.
and stuff. Over here, like towards Seattle, Tacoma area, it's
Yeah.
pretty city.
Yeah, I
I
was
know there's
very.
a big hipster scene in Seattle.
Yeah, I assume with Seattle it'd be very,
100%.
hipster, very hipster, very, young population of some sort. I would assume. I'm used to here where like everyone I look at's like 40. Like everyone's 40. I rarely see anyone my age. Like when I
No,
go
in the
outside.
Midwest, it's
yeah.
like it's either old people or teenagers. There's literally no in between.
Yeah, no, find people my age is like super hard unless I go to like, I don't know, jobs. I guess like going to a lot of 20 people,
Yes.
20s.
That'd probably be your best bet to find someone is just go to like
Go to their
get a
job,
job.
be like, hey, what's up?
Get a job.
get a
Yeah,
job.
Boy. Yeah, it's very hard meeting people my age currently, especially where I live. It's very people in their 40s. That's very the average, or 30s. It's always 30s, 40s. Never like 20-year-olds are just like vanished. They're like, all right, let me go to not Illinois.
Well, a lot of people I know that I grew up with moved the hell out of Illinois as fast as they could.
And you know what? I don't blame them. I'm not gonna sit here.
No.
I'm not gonna blame them.
Like, it's a cool,
I
it's nostalgia,
fully-
obviously, because
I
if you grew
fully
up there.
get it. I fully get it.
But you get taxed for everything. The cost of
Yeah.
living out there is pretty high.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, how dare they? Like, no, I 100% get it. Like, once YouTube becomes a viable option for like money, I'm gonna move. So that's my current plan. Like, once I get enough money from YouTube, I'm getting the fuck out of Illinois. I'm gonna move to like some bumfuck state that'll like be half decent. I know all of them are shit in their own way, but like one I won't be taxed out the ass.
Um,
Coming to Tacoma, baby. Starting the YouTuber house.
Tacoma.
come, that'd be fun.
I'd fuck around and move to Tacoma, bro. Weed's legal out there.
Woo! It's already legal here, so I mean, I'm like,
Yeah, but like not recreationally.
Here, yes.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was just medicinally.
Nope, we got recreational. Except I'm having withdrawals because guess what? I can't smoke until the coronavirus is done. Because
Why not?
They closed the dispensary for any like recreational use. Like
I thought they were essential businesses.
well, if you're medical, you can buy weed, but if it's recreational, like,
Interesting.
I've been having withdrawals. It's like I need this, please.
You need your fix.
I
haven't smoked in 9 months.
I need my fix.
Just because I just don't feel like it, basically.
In my defense, yes, I'm an addict, but B, I'm like we're in a very stressed out time period. I think I'm allowed to like be an addict.
You think that?
I think so. It's very stressful.
I mean,
time.
I think you're just addicted because your mind is weak.
I've only been smoking for a month. Like,
okay. Unpopular opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of weed.
that's perfectly fine. I think people get way like too hyped about it. Says
I
me.
used to smoke a
Says
lot of
me,
weed back in high
the one who
school.
just said I'm addicted. But,
Like I used to get high every single day before school, and I still graduate early. Like,
yeah.
if you don't let it destroy your life, it won't. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like
That's fair.
basically the
I
thing.
mean, the weed is such a popular thing back home too.
Yeah.
My dad does it every day, and he's pretty good. He's
Yeah.
well off.
Exactly. If you just smoke and then just like sink into your couch for the next 3 days, like obviously you're making the conscious decision to just like waste your time while high. Like me personally, back when I was getting high, I was always productive. Like I loved doing things while like that. It just made everything better. So I was all like, why would I want to just sit here high when I could do everything? You know what I mean? Like when I could just do anything. I just haven't. Actually, oddly enough, I stopped smoking like around the same time I started doing YouTube.
That's fair. I actually
that's pretty funny.
smoked, and it helped my
That's good.
YouTube because it allowed me to like be very calm and very like level-headed
sure.
on everything. So it's like okay, it's a nice like calmer.
Yeah.
And like CBD, like while it has a similar effect, it makes me
It's a
super
waste of
tired.
time.
It makes me tired. Makes me
Really? I feel like CBD is just a waste of time if you're trying.
super fucking tired.
If the objective is to get high, then CBD is not the way to go.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like
Like
the THC is what gets you high.
Yeah.
Like, for me personally, I think CBD is good when you want to like relax. If you have like anxiety, and stuff, like
Yeah.
all the cures
Yeah.
keep are coming up, it's CBD.
Mhm.
It does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way. Yeah, that's what that's for.
Yeah,
For all the
I've
medical reasons.
been taking CBD for anxiety, but every time I take it, I just like want to fucking sleep. Cause like yesterday, I like took some to help with anxiety. I passed out for like 3 hours. I just conked out like
must be an
middle of the
indica
day.
CBD.
I did regardless of what I take, I just fucking clonk out. I've
No,
noticed.
I mean like if you can like pick. I don't know if CBD is like the same strains as THC. Like is it just it's still indica or sativa? Is that all the same thing?
I don't actually know.
Because indica makes you fucking tired as
Yeah.
shit, but sativa makes you not tired.
It might be.
Basically.
It might be the.
So if
the
it's indica,
prior-
that's why
It
you're
might be
falling
indica.
asleep.
It might be indica.
So if you can request sativa CBD,
Yeah.
then by all means, that'll be a little bit better. It'll
Because I've been
make
like
you more awake rather than make you asleep.
Because I've been like it. Like I just passed out for a couple hours, and it's only when I take CBD. I never get tired with weed. Weed just like I'm just here. I'm just neutral. I'm just in a neutral state. Kahoot, did you know I burnt my hair while trying to smoke weed? Like
You did what?
Yeah.
Today or something?
No, a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I've been off weed for the past 2 weeks. I've obviously
How
been
did
sober.
you do that?
Well, I have long hair. I have very long fucking.
Why weren't you wearing your hat, Reggie?
I don't. Just because it stays on during sex does not mean it stays on during pot smoking. Okay, those are two different
it should.
activities. They're two different activities. I don't typically wear the hat unless I'm like streaming and shit. I'm not wearing it currently, but it's sitting.
Unpopular opinion. I hate when people say pot instead of weed or anything. Like if
That's
that's
fair,
the word
that's
they use
fair.
is pot. I just hate that word so much.
I use them both interchangeably. I don't really have. a
I
preference.
hate it
You use
because like
marijuana.
it's such like an old person term.
It's
'cause,
it's
like back
such
in the
like
80s, that's what they called it.
it's
It was
such
all
like
smoking pot.
like yeah, you smoke weed, bud. We get it. Yep, bud.
Yeah.
You smoke the
1970s
marijuana. Yeah.
70s term. My bad. I wasn't alive in either era, so I don't know.
My parents were. It's okay.
But I just hate it because like back when I was younger, my mom would always be like, "He's out there smoking pot," and I'm like, "Mom, I don't smoke pot.
Yet.
I smoke weed."
I
She'd get even more
There's
mad.
a difference.
She'd get even more mad.
mean, my mom thought I smoked for years, and I didn't start till like last year.
Really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
she thought for years, like, oh yeah, you were smoking with your buddies. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I was super fucking wholesome with that shit. I was. I was
Super fucking wholesome.
I was
That
a
shit.
I was a
So
fucking
wholesome.
I was wholesome as a child. Like I legit was like wholesome. I didn't do shit. I was a fucking goody two shoes until like I'd say high school maybe. I don't know. I mean,
Weed
even,
was actually a big motivator for me to move out of my parents' house.
that's fair.
Cause that's like all she ever like hung up in front of my face. She's all like, "All you do is smoke that fucking pot. Why don't you go live with your friends?" And I'm all like,
Okay.
"What are you talking? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't bother anybody, and like I'm just chilling." And then like I don't know, it just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I think I saved up like $2,000 and I got the fuck out of there.
Wow.
I have
Never
the
looked
luck
back.
of my mom is also a pot smoker, so I'm pretty much like I'm in the clear. I'm
Well, that's pretty
yeah.
dope.
Yeah. My grandma, on the other hand, who's a hippie who smoked pot and ate fucking weed stuffing. That was the thing that happened.
Weed stuffing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Stuffing.
Let me explain that one. That one's
Well,
that
I
one's
get
a
it. Yeah,
str-
use can of butter to make the stuffing.
No. This is a very different experience.
Just nugs of weed inside a turkey.
I don't actually know that one.
That's wild.
But my grandpa, who's not actually my grandpa, it's like through family, not blood. How shit happens.
We call
Sure.
we call those cousins.
That's
Call
not
uncles.
how that works.
Where I'm from. No, I'm just kidding. Go on. Just go on. Tell your story.
Fucking, my grandpa, who's still alive and lived in Canada, like when they lived in Canada, got his parents high as shit by accidentally. I don't even know if it was accidentally, as a joke, as a prank. He fucking cooked the weed into like the stuffing or like some kind of food for Thanksgiving, and got everyone fucking high at the like as a joke, like as a prank. And my grandma mentions it all the fucking time, and now
That's fun.
she's like such a fucking strict about it. It's like so weird. It's like fucking you were a hippie in the 70s. Why the fuck
Listen
do
here,
you
Graham.
care?
Graham. These
Yeah.
joints will help your joints. Like, what are you doing?
She like there's a bit like you don't need weed. You're already relaxed enough. It's like that's not how that works.
It's like, Grandma, I'm relaxed because I'm smoking weed.
Exactly. That's like it's a correlation, not a causation. I don't know if that's actually work. I don't know if that works or not. I don't know. I'm not the smartest.
We know.
Um,
It's okay, Reggie.
fucking.
It's all good.
Is weed legal in Hawaii? Is that just like a?
You
People
know, I
Do you
don't
want to
know.
say yes?
You don't want to incriminate your dad. I understand, but
Doxed.
You know, I think it should be by now.
yeah.
Like I think it was one of like the most recent ones to become legalized.
Okay, where they
But I
like
know-
they were like debating stage where like they weren't.
Yeah, for the longest time. I think.
Yeah.
But like,
Like
I don't know.
Yeah.
if
it
weed's
got
gonna
legal this. It
yeah.
got legal this year.
I was gonna say like if weed's gonna get legal anywhere, it's gonna be fucking Hawaii in my opinion. Like
like you'd be surprised, right? Like as soon as like we heard that it was going to get legal,
yeah.
like I in my head I was like, okay, so Hawaii's gonna be number one, obviously, and
Mhm.
no, it's not. It's like it took forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
medical weed
Yeah.
was legal back in 2000,
Yeah.
and now it's
Yeah,
fully
medical.
decriminalized.
Because like the
Yeah, but
obvious
now it's fully decriminalized.
like the stereotype of like Hawaii is that chill, Breda kind of thing.
BraddahKahuutz.
And so like you're obviously gonna correlate, weed with Hawaii to some form.
Wow, I
Some
bet you next thing you're gonna say is pineapples Hawaiian, Reggie.
We've had
fucking
this
bet.
conversation. Obviously, yes, but I'm kidding. I am the
would.
type. I do throw pineapple on like all my pizzas, like all the fucking time.
Just throw it on there.
Yeah,
Don't
like
throw it on there.
like I like having pineapple on my pizza. Like it tastes good, like on everything. Like that sweet kind of like the how the fuck do you describe it? Like the
Sweet victory.
Yes, that sweet and like mixed with like the citrusy kind of like acidy kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
goes
yeah,
very
the
well.
The saltiness of a pizza complements the sweetness of a pineapple.
Yeah,
I know
like
that, I
it
know the
works.
thing.
It works
Yeah, I
really
mean,
well.
And
I've never eaten
like
it,
I said
but-
before, I don't mind people who
It-
eat pineapple on pizza.
It's
Just
it's
don't
more
put
of
it
like
on
the
mine.
history you
You
hate.
bet
You
your
know?
sweet ass he's gonna give you a fucking history lesson if you call it Hawaiian pizza.
like if I put a air quotes Hawaiian pizza in front of Cahoots, he probably would still eat it, but he'd give me a lecture for an hour about it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
while eating it, but he's
Yeah.
still gonna tell you.
He's gonna eat it right in front of me. Every bite, he's gonna have a new like paragraph worth of like info.
Ah,
About,
fuck, I swear, man, if I ever seen Stanford B. Dole in person,
this pizza's good though, but fucking Doyle though.
oh man,
It's too funny.
that's still insane to me though. Like
That
a
is so
whole
fucking-
like businessmen overthrew a
Fucking
government.
Hawaii gets fucked over all the time. I've been aware of this. Like anytime I read about Hawaii, they're getting fucked over in some form or facet.
But like, no, it's funny. I didn't expect any. They don't teach any of that in school.
Yeah,
Oh
see,
no, of course not.
I actually,
You reading that is wild.
I,
all of you knew was that like, oh yeah, Hawaii.
yeah,
It's like, we
I didn't know
how
about
fucking got there.
I know about the Doyle thing. I knew about like Hawaii getting
Roundtable.
fucked over a separate time, by like American what the fuck are they called?
Colonizers.
Colonizers.
Yes.
I remember that
Black
happening.
Panther.
I read
Shout
about
out to
that.
Black Panther.
I read about that.
Colonizer.
You know, I read about that like in middle school. That's like the extent I've heard. But it's like every time I hear about Hawaii, they're getting fucked over. That just sounds awful because like that's like the
American can never just leave people alone if we're being honest.
yeah, that's true.
There's always got to put their 2 fucking cents in. Yeah, if government, you can hear me right now, which I know you can because I have an iPhone. Fuck you, dude. Get your
Yeah,
shit
fucking-
after you send me my check, of course. Get your shit.
You just
and
put on
go.
the do not give tax return to list.
Oh god, I need my 1200. I just bought a PC. I don't think you understand.
I'm gonna complain about a family member who I don't know if they actually watch my podcast or not. They probably
I highly
don't.
doubt it.
They probably don't, but they are sub to me. But I'll shut talk them anyways.
Say it.
My aunt Kelly. I'll name drop here. So if any family member watches, they'll shit talk.
Okay, you got name dropped yesterday by a sister.
That's okay.
Yo, I also have an aunt Kelly.
My
It's not
aunt.
like my blood aunt, but we call each other.
This is my
that's all it
actual
counts.
aunt. My aunt's like the very much like paranoid documentary like skeptic kind of person. But like they're like, oh, don't support that company. They're bad. Don't do that one. They do this.
They
And
eat kittens.
But like that's fine and all. That's fine to be like that. But she's the biggest hypocrite ever because she's very pro Apple.
Oh, she's like one of those vegans that like I eat fish.
No, she's not like a
Like
vegan.
Apple
She's not like a
products?
vegan, but she's like, oh man, I love having Apple products, even though they're even like the most notorious company for treating people like shit and having
I
like,
mean, they killed their own.
the
boss. Can we
worst-
Talk about it.
the worst fucking working conditions. And then she's like, oh yeah, don't trust this company though. It's like, what the fuck are we supposed to like? You were such
I
a
know,
hypocrite.
clearly she picks and chooses. What
She's
she-
a very
you know.
pick and choosy. Yes,
It's a classic American.
Yeah, there it is.
fucking-
Tell them.
It is the classic American. They pick and choose. I'm very much like I'm gonna fucking. Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't. I pick and choose. Depends on if my needs. I'm very open about it, at least.
Here's the thing: if I can't solve the problem in under 10 seconds, it really doesn't bother me.
Like I own.
I can't save an entire fucking sweatshop of children in 10
Yeah.
seconds. It's not possible. I don't have powers yet.
Like I won't act like I'm like a fucking saint. I'm not. I don't support Chick-fil-A. I think they're pieces of shit. You'll never see
Wait a
me.
minute. Why not? I want to hear
Fuck
this.
Chick-fil-A. Fuck Chick-fil-A. For literally years, they were funding anti-LGBT like
Oh, okay,
corporations.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's
then,
very true.
and then,
Yeah, that's
I want to go into this real quick.
go on. Go
They
ahead.
were like,
Pop off.
oh, Chick-fil-A's fine now. They stopped giving money to those corporations. Like, motherfucker, they still gave money to them for fucking years. Years. They gave money to anti-LGBT shit. And like, oh, now they're fine because they don't give money to them. Like, no, that's not how that works. We
Yeah,
can
no,
still
that's not how it
demonize
works.
the shit out of them for that because they still did it for years and never
I
stopped.
agree.
They never stop. They continue.
You know, now that it's doing it under a different surname, that's all that's going on.
Basically.
Exactly.
And like I'm a hypocrite in a sense because like I think if I remember right, Salvation Army is like the same way, but Salvation Army is really convenient and
A lot
good
of
prices.
charities just
Oh, yeah.
don't actually do what they're supposed to do.
nope.
Let's go
Uh,
to Goodwill. Goodwill's actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, so Goodwill just has like really shitty prices. That's why I don't go. Cause like they want like fucking $20 for a jacket. It's like I go to the store and get a
It's like,
jacket.
like, sir,
Yeah.
sir, someone died in this jacket. Why would I pay $20?
Why
for
the fuck would I want tidy whities? I'm good. I'm fucking good.
Bro, if you're buying tidy whities from Goodwill, you need to reevaluate your life
You
circumstances.
do.
I'm
It's
just
so
gonna say
You
fucking
have
it.
to figure out what you're doing.
If you're buying
Yeah, like,
underwear in
for one-
general from Goodwill, you need to like
I'm just saying,
reevaluate.
like, you know.
And like Salvation Army and the one I'm very much like anti is like the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Like
Never
I
heard of her.
support. Well, it's like the big breast cancer awareness corporation,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
they're very shady with their practices. Like I'm fine with like raising awareness. That's cool with me. But the corporation's really shitty and the most famous one out there. Because like a lot of the money goes to the corporate, the CEO, the top people in the company. They're getting a giant cut of it. It just feels shitty. It just feels super shitty.
That's the thing about the Salvation Army. I'm pretty sure like everything that gets donated to them,
Yeah.
the workers get the first dibs,
Mhm.
and then they send the leftovers to where they're supposed to.
Interesting.
be
Yeah, fun
fair,
fact.
be fair, that's not the worst. I don't feel like I don't know.
That's not, but it's like, bro,
It's
like,
still kind of
clearly don't need these things. Like, if you're working, if you have
Yeah.
a job and you're working, like, you don't need what's being donated. Like, that's just a fact.
I did actually try to apply to salvation and they turned me down because I
Because
wasn't
they
going.
said you were too cool for school, or
Because I
what?
wasn't going to college. They're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't hire anyone that's like not
It's
doing
like, yeah,
anything."
we don't hire anyone without a potential future.
It's
So,
like I'm
fuck
like
off.
wanting a job here. Fucking thanks. That's also something I hate about job applications is they want you to have experience. You can't get jobs because you don't have experience, but you can't get
I
experience
don't know,
because you can't
man.
get a fucking job.
Every job I've ever applied for, I got it. So I don't know.
How many jobs you apply for?
4.
That's fair. Where have you worked outside of like the grocery store? Curiosity.
Well, here's fun fact: is like 4 years ago, I was
Mhm.
out of work for about 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
going through deep depression because I was all like, I'm like, well, I need to get a job so I can get the fuck out of this stupid house, and you know what I mean. I can't just keep living like this. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I applied to both Walmart and the current grocery store that I work at, and they both called me. Like, for 2 weeks, I didn't hear anything back, and they both called me on the exact same day. This place I work at is called Festival. They called me at like noon. I
Oh.
answered the phone. They're like, "Hey, we want to do an interview," and I was like, "All right, sure." So we set the interview for like next Saturday or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And then like 30 minutes later, Walmart called me. They're like, "Hey, we want to do an interview." I was like, "All right, see you then." So like I set up 2 interviews and had the interview with Festival.
Yeah.
And just like accepted it. I was like, I'm just gonna work here. And I didn't even go to the Walmart interview. I just
That's
canceled
fair.
on. I was like, you know what? I already got this job. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't need to see. You know what I mean?
And
I don't
honestly,
even-
if I was in your shoes, definitely gonna pick the festival place over Walmart. I just like
Yeah, because
I would
corporations and all
not.
that.
Yeah, I would not want to work at Walmart. I don't. My mom holds a very like bad opinion of Walmart because she used to work at Walmart. I'm more of indifferent. I'm more indifferent than you.
I just didn't want to have to wear a uniform. Like at this job, all I have to wear is like a shirt with a logo on it. But at
Yeah.
Walmart, you'd have to wear like a vest, a shirt with a logo on it.
Yeah.
Like fuck all that. I ain't wearing no vest.
Whole thing. It's a whole.
I don't look
thing.
good in a vest. I'm gonna be honest.
But
I can pull off a lot of
you don't
outfits.
look
A
fucking
vest ain't one of them.
snazzy. You don't look fucking like.
Nah, dude. I don't fuck with vests.
You don't fuck with vests. They fuck with you.
Nah. They fuck with me, honestly. It's like such a what's the word? Pointless piece of clothing, a vest. Like a Walmart vest to be specific. It's so
Right.
flimsy. It's like paper thin.
No,
Like, it's just for the brand. That's really all it is.
I won't lie to you. I'm like I don't know how I feel about YouTube as a job. Like honestly, I'm not sure because like, sure we can look at it as being very like not long term because that's very true. Like if you look at YouTube from like a decade ago and seeing like who is still working as a content creator of some sort, it's like a very low amount of people.
That's actually pretty true. The
Yeah.
ones that I know of, like the ones
Yeah.
that I watch.
Like the people
That's very
you
true.
watched, like half of them aren't even there. Like they're like doing something else.
Yeah,
Some
man, Shady Penguin ain't uploaded a video in a minute.
yeah, like
Yeah,
half.
Like that man, ever since
just
he had
got
a
new
family.
kid, though. Yeah, he
That's
just
what I'm
got a
saying.
new
Ever since
kid.
he had a family, he
Yeah.
said, "You know what? I get it.
Well,
I'm just selfish." That's all.
my other perspective is like we don't know where it's gonna go. Like that's the big thing. We don't know where YouTube's gonna go, where content creating is gonna go, streaming.
I don't think YouTube as a website is going anywhere anytime soon.
And I think they're kind of here to stay, or they'll be toppled over. Like that's like the
Like they've
big.
been the king of
Those
content.
are the 2 options.
Mhm.
Stay or they topple. Only
Well,
two
that's
options.
those are the 2 options. Yeah.
Because like they have been like the king of the world in terms of video sharing for like a decade now, and it's like there's no real sign of anything taking over because that like the need for like to do another YouTube is so difficult and expensive that it would be nearly impossible.
The only thing that
Yeah,
made
I
it
agree.
seem kind of shaky was like I think the end of last year and the beginning of this year with the whole copper stuff.
A
Was,
whole
like everyone was
bunch
worried
of
about,
shit,
but it
though.
never really affected anyone besides like the channels it should have.
Like, here's the thing: YouTube can do whatever shitty thing they want, and then they'll be fine. I've accepted this. Like, I'm not even angry about it anymore. I've just accepted it. It's the norm. Not even fucking gonna. Not even gonna be angry anymore about it. I'm fucking just tired of being angry about it. They're gonna do something new shitty. Just give it a month. Something new is gonna happen. Because look at it currently. My streams currently have been doing shit. Like super shit.
That's just for you. Like they're just singling you out because they
Well,
don't like
it's
you.
not even me.
Look at my thing.
You can make the joke, but it's not even me.
No, I know it's not. It's actually small YouTubers is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's also engagement too, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone, like YouTube has just been pushing out the channels that people have been consistently watching, and it's harder for new people to actually get noticed.
So
if you're not like
yeah.
also commenting on those popular videos. That's why
Mhm.
people say commenting is important.
That's like
really is.
that's why like I've been so gung ho about like switching over to Twitch. It's not perfect, but it's something. It's an
I do
option.
Mixer.
Like
I
Mixer's
like
yeah.
Do you
I like
really?
Mixer. Yeah, I stream on Mixer. I haven't done it in a while because of my new job that I've been focusing on
Yeah.
like YouTube. But what I like about Mixer is that it's kind of like a more relaxed vibe than I get from Twitch.
I entirely get that. Like my method of going through Twitch is very like saturated. That's like its big problem. I mention
Yeah,
this all the
that's
time.
another.
It's my big mentioning of Twitch. Saturated to hell.
That's why Mixer's the exact opposite. There's so
Yeah.
much potential for Mixer with smaller streamers, in my opinion.
Uh, like I did an example last week on the podcast, or maybe Tuesday, but I can like it still stands. If I were to do Minecraft right now, like which is one of my big games that do like pretty high and it does fine, I would be
True.
like the 30th line for like 5 average viewers, which would be like pretty okay for Twitch, like for me. Like average on YouTube, I get like 8 to 12. Currently, I have 3, which really puts into perspective. Which is probably just us 3, but
No, it literally is just a thing because they're
Exactly.
not showing it in anyone's sub box. That's the
I
problem.
legit looked in my own
Yeah,
like side channel.
I haven't seen it
proving
in my. I've been waiting for it to pop up in my notifications, but I don't. I got some from Group Gamer, some of the EB family.
Like we're
Got
like,
cute 꽱ᴏᴜ on here, but I don't have.
I got Papa's like literally I get Papa's streams when he goes live. But fucking like that's why like later when I do my Minecraft stream, it's gonna go on Twitch. Like even if it doesn't do
Yeah.
good, it's gonna have
May
to
as
go on
well.
Twitch. At least I get like at least eyeballs will be on it to some form.
That's fair.
And I can like I don't know fucking like Twitch. I'm so close to affiliate actually. Like I'm very close to affiliate.
Nice.
Like I'm just missing the average viewer, and that's about it. Like outside of that, I'm good to go. Like I got the time, I got the dates needed, I got the hours needed. I just
That's
need
good.
the average viewer, which will be
And
fantastic.
I remember last year when I got affiliated on Twitch. I didn't brag about it, but when I went to work, like I like some of my friends that are there
You just wear like
knew about me becoming affiliated.
you wear like a
And so like
pin. It's like
I would,
I'm
no, I would always
affiliated.
just like
Bitch.
throw it around and be all like they were like, "Hey, yo, Randy, can you help me real quick?" And I was like, can't
I'm
affiliated. Gotta go."
affiliated. Oh, you gotta get
Yeah.
someone lower
That's
than
like
me.
that was literally something I always would say. I'd be like, I'm affiliated, so like I don't even know if I should be doing this.
Like I
That's
know,
funny.
I know it's not the biggest deal in the world. Like it's a very low bar to set. Like you have to be some.
No, but it is a nice
yeah.
accomplishment. Like when
Yeah.
you just do it from the ground up.
And I'm looking forward to it. Like it's not like a big thing I'm excited for. It's like that's cool. You know, I'll take that.
You get a sub button, you get a donation button,
Yeah,
and then
I
you
get
an
some
email. That's
form of
pretty
money.
lit.
Yeah.
Yeah. My one of my good friends, Ryuki,
Mhm.
is Twitch affiliate right now, and
Yeah.
I'm a mod on his channel. But he doesn't
Nice.
have a good computer yet, so he can't do the Streamlabs
Yeah.
things. But I've been
Also, he
waiting.
like streams straight from console.
Yeah, he streams straight from console.
Yeah.
I keep telling
Okay.
him, dude, he just got a laptop. He just got a laptop that could be good enough to do Streamlabs on it, to do stuff, but he doesn't have a capture card yet.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I'm like, dude, invest in a capture card
Yeah.
because you get so much more engagement if you have notifications,
Mhm.
if you have those Twitch alerts, and if you have sub emotes.
You get like layouts and stuff like that. Like I want to get some stream emotes. I have a few in mind that I'm gonna grab. Like I think it'll be fun. And like Twitch has been so much better for me because I've been like, I get people watching. Like I've had one stream where I've not gained a follower. Like one stream total. The past like 15 different streams I've done for Twitch. It's been like YouTube's just been frustrating. As like the truth about it, it's been frustrating. And I do this podcast to kind of like figure out when I can go back to YouTube, and it's not going to be anytime soon. I feel like, which is fine, you know. Like I've accepted it. Like I just joined that SMP, and I'm hoping that will help me out a bit on Twitch, a little bit. Like gain me some form of audience on Twitch a bit more, or like gain my average viewer. I'm hoping, anyways. I'm not expecting. I'm just hoping.
I get it.
Because like my advice to people, like I get asked all the time, like how do you get viewers? Like how do you get anything? It's like, well, just put yourself out there. Like
Step one,
Yeah.
you have to start streaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Step one.
My genuine advice,
Inconsistent.
like if you're gonna be a streamer, my one genuine advice outside of like plug yourself, do this, do that, have some form of charisma, be able to talk. Like literally is all you kind of need in a sense. Like just be able to talk, and you can gain something.
Yeah, Cahoots and I were having a discussion similar like this a few
Yeah.
days ago, where we were all like,
Mhm.
we were talking about like people that are just like on camera and but like monotone,
yeah,
like
they're
no
just, like,
no voice,
No
like
volume,
personality
no
behind it.
energy, nothing. Like I can
Yeah, it's so
like if I have someone with me or if I have someone in the chat, I can go for literally hours. I went for
Exactly.
4
It
hours
all
the other
takes
day.
one person. It just
Yeah.
takes one person.
Like if they just ask me a question, I can go for an hour on one question. We ask Cahoots about Hawaii, he can go for probably like 7 hours. We
Bro, he
ask
could
him
go
enough.
this entire
Go.
podcast. And then
Exactly.
he'd still be talking to us and call after it's over.
Exactly. Be like, man, do you hear about Doyle? Just,
It's Dole.
What?
Yeah,
Same
fuck
thing.
I
Sanford
don't,
Beat.
I don't want anyone named Doyle out there. I think we're targeting them. It's Dole.
We're targeting you, Doyle.
Yo, Cahoots, as soon as you unlock emotes, you have to get a fuck Sanford B. Dole emote.
I'm actually. I have to make sure I'm not being racist.
I'll make a pineapple and I'll put a cross out sign over it, like the X'd out.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hashtag fuck Sanford B. Dole. Or fuck Dole.
I want to make
Something like that.
sure I'm not like. Are Samoans Hawaiian? Or am I wrong on that?
I think they're Samoan.
They're Samoan.
Okay. I
think
I'm
they're Samoan,
sorry if
man.
this sounds dumb, but like I just like genuinely
So
don't.
they're Polynesian. Like if that was the actual question was like, are we related? Yes.
Like that was the genuine
that's
question because like I know a lot of like Samoans are very heavy into pro wrestling. That's a big thing,
Oh yeah, dude.
and they're all like one big family and like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Samoa. So I actually have a lot of I have a lot of friends who are Samoan.
Mhm.
Samoa is very close with Hawaii, like
Yeah.
in terms of like not only geographically but also
Yeah.
like in ties.
'Cause I wasn't sure because I knew some wrestlers were like who were Samoan were from Hawaii. I was never sure, and I don't want to
So
I don't want to be horribly wrong. So
Approximately a 5-hour flight from Samoa to Hawaii.
Yeah,
From
that's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
I'm
So
American. I'm not known for my fucking info.
So Samoa is not Hawaii.
Yeah.
So they are not Hawaiian,
Mhm.
but we are all Polynesian. We are all from the Polynesian.
So it's like it's the same rough general like area. It's more of like
Yeah, so like if
Pacific
you can
Bears.
think of like the Pacific Islander, like if you ever on like a job website or if you ever census, they're like, please click what nationality are you? Do you relate to Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander? Usually Samoan the Pacific Islander, but like
Yeah.
we're all
Yeah. I know what
we're
you're
all
talking about.
there.
Like on those standardized tests that you used to take back in school. It'd say like Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander. And you just click
Now
it.
you're both just thinking like, man, Reggie's so fucking racist. What the fuck?
No, you're just ignorant.
bruh.
It's
Like,
not racist.
bruh.
I appreciate the question.
Yeah, no.
Like if you didn't ask
like,
it,
like
you would
genuine
be confused
curiosity.
forever.
Yeah. Because it's more of like being from the fucking Midwest. You don't learn shit. That's just a pure fact, and I will never deny that. Being from the Midwest of like America in general, you don't learn shit. You just
I'm
don't.
glad that you recognize that.
Like
There's
I mean,
some
I'm from the
people-
Midwest and I know quite a bit. I'm just gonna say that. But I'm the what's the word? I'm the anomaly. We'll say that. I'm
Yeah,
the
no,
anomaly.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you can at least admit with me, Q, that if you're
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
no,
Midwest,
Midwesterners
like
are fucking idiots.
yeah, you don't learn
Good
half
portion
the
of them.
shit. Like if you're not
Good
fucking
portion of them.
yeah, like you don't learn any of this. Like if you go to like Midwestern schools, you're not gonna learn about shit. You're not gonna learn about anything outside the U.S. Like I barely know anything about fucking. I don't know shit about Canada. I don't know shit about
I
Canada.
don't know shit about Canada.
I don't know shit about Mexico. I don't know shit about like any country that's not America. I barely know anything about Hawaii. Barely. The bare
Hey,
minimum.
you learned a lot today.
The bare minimum. I
hope you learned a
know.
lot.
I know. Dog the Bounty Hunter had a show there. That's the
Oh
extent.
God.
That's the extent.
Coop,
That
do you
guy.
have an opinion about this?
Do you have an opinion on Dog the Bounty Hunter?
So let me tell you what Dog Bounty Hunter's whole shtick was, right?
Yeah.
So his entire
Oh, I
thing,
won't lie to you. His
Went
entire
out-
thing was bullshit. But I'll let you continue.
he went after Native Hawaiian people,
Mm-hmm.
missed their court date, or just randomly seem like they're tweaking,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
He like it was such a horrible show, and this
It was. It was. I
never
said
watched it.
I
just
sat and
knew of it
watched.
as
I marathoned it one day because I was just bored out of my fucking
Jesus.
mind. It was the only thing on. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is all awful. Like, all of it's awful. Because he makes it seem like he's like the fucking good guy, but like he has a very shitty past.
I mean, bounty hunters in general aren't typically the good guy, especially
You
since they're
know,
bounty.
you know. Like the concept is neat, but like the execution was awful. It was pure awful.
And like, but like, they're not even going after people who are like high priority, like
You know,
dangerous to society. They're
it's
just
Like
going after
goddamn
like,
child
it's-
molesters.
It's always
That's
just
what they
like
should be going
rando
after.
fucking Hawaiian who's just like chilling. Like it's always that.
Murdered
Like as
child
someone who marathoned like fucking half a season, I can tell you straight up, it was never fucking like. It was rarely intense. They made it try to make it intense, but it was always just some like rando who's just like
It's like, hey,
missed
get
his
back here.
missed
Runs
his
it out,
bail,
block
and they made a
half,
big deal about it. It's like just
and
some
shoots
dude,
him with a trank dart, and that was it.
just some dude smoking a cigarette in his house. Like that's literally like half the fucking people.
Mhm.
Not indoors, motherfucker.
And like half of the cases were just like substance abuse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you really have to go after people like that, like
Mhm.
that intense, who are charged with substance abuse?
They
Or
act like
usage?
cops. Fucking bounty hunters are like this. Like obviously they have a job. I won't deny that about them. That's a fact. They have a job.
Yep, they are.
But
bounty hunters.
like it's always like the shittiest people. It's always like the angriest, shittiest people.
I think that's why they do it. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they're all like, well, this is how I escape.
They fucking boy. I only mentioned Dr. Bounty Hunter because like I just remember I just like fucking picture him like giving everyone a cigarette like, oh man, you just gotta turn your life to Jesus, bro. That's all you gotta do, brother.
Wait, is that really what he says? Like all the time?
He ties back to like Christianity
Yeah.
so much. when he's doing
Christianity,
this.
fucking
And like
Hilarious.
they pray with the people they catch, like in the car.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
I'd be like, dude, fuck you.
Like, bruh,
what do you
like,
just
mean?
fucking take me to the village. Take
It
me.
has
I
to,
don't
like,
give a
most
fuck.
of it has to be staged. Some things have to be staged because there are some times where they're like
Oh, they're so
yelling,
fucking.
they're,
It's so
like,
fucking
they're
staged.
going after, they're like talking shit back and forth to this guy, and like a minute later they're in the car praying together. I'm
Like,
like, what
Lord,
the
It's
fuck?
so
Please
bullshit.
help Samuel with his meth addiction.
It's so bullshit. I don't even know. Is there a meth problem with Hawaii? I'm curious because I know meth's big here.
There was like back in 2010, 2012-ish
So the
area.
aughts
That's
and
when,
2010s, yeah.
yeah, that's when like it was like really rampant. And I remember
Mhm.
back in high school we had a lot of anti ice and meth campaign
Mhm.
going on. So it was really rampant. I know like going through like even early, like in maybe '08 and
Mhm.
earlier than that, there has been a lot of substance abuse back home, but nothing
Our
super bad. I think.
ours, we have pretty bad meth problem. We have like a very bad meth problem. Which is fair. I live in bumfuck nowhere, which is the kind of a city, but also bumfuck nowhere. Very weird situation.
Barely a city.
Actually no, it's like 100K. That's like actually a big city. But surrounding
Very
that
good
big city, surrounding that 100K, is nothing. Like farm. Like you go 5 minutes, you'll find farm. It's like
Really?
so fucking weird because you have such a fucking culture clash of everything. Because everyone comes here. Because we're like a decent sized city with some pretty alright job. Like, if you're gonna come to Illinois, we're not the worst option. Like, we're obviously not the worst.
I
We're not the
beg to differ.
best. There's probably Chicago's probably better. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't live in Chicago.
Chicago's definitely better.
I,
Talking about opportunity.
yeah. Like,
It's also got more crime than I'm assuming Peoria has. So
yeah. Ours is like specifically there is a smaller town of like I assume a couple thousand. I can check currently. Where I used to go to middle school called Pekin, Illinois. I'm the kind of person who doesn't care if my info's out there, like in terms of where I live, because I live in such a fucking big area. It's kind of hard to track me down specifically.
Sure.
Like it's more of like I don't care. Okay, 30,000 as of the 2010 census, which is about the time I lived there actually.
Have you guys
speaking of
done
which,
your
the census is
second-
happening this year.
And if you go to like the Pekin Police Facebook page where they tell all the different area of like who's getting arrested, why, it's constantly meth. It's constantly caught for meth. It's literally always meth. It's genuinely
There's
always
nothing to do
meth.
in those towns, man.
They are constantly finding meth labs. I've had many family members on meth. I've met family members now on meth in smaller towns in this area.
Feels bad.
It does feel bad, and like, it makes sense because like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? Yeah,
It makes sense, but it's also still like idiotic.
It's idiotic. Fully, I will never deny that, but
Could not be me. That's all I know. I never once was all like high, and I'm all like,
man,
you know what?
meth sounds pretty good.
Meth in this bitch, just do it.
Like I've made a joke. Like like the most I've ever done with a gateway drug of weed. It's like it's a joke. Like, oh man, I can't wait to do crack now. Now that I'm having withdrawals, time to have that crack. It's like, no, I don't actually think I'll ever do crack ever. I don't think I will anyways.
Once for a buddy, but I never took it.
That's fair. You never took it.
Good times.
Any other like?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I assume there's like an alcohol problem with Hawaiians. I've always been told that, but I don't know if that's actually true.
I wouldn't say it's a problem.
It's more of,
Sure.
but to be fair, it's America. Everyone gets fucking drunk. Everyone's drunk. Everyone is alcoholic.
I feel Hawaiians just kind of like we drink some alcohol to forget shit. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of relaxed.
I genuinely don't like getting drunk.
I don't like beer. That's like I'm fine with getting drunk, but I have to stay in a good mood the entire time. Like I can't
do it like maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can't be put in front of any negativity while I'm drunk, or I will fucking 180 to depression. I've learned this.
Flip a switch. Just flip a switch.
Like literally, it's a switch. Like someone's like, "Hey, you're stinky." Like,
you fucking cunt.
I guess I'm sad now.
Oh, buddy.
That's why I never stream drunk anymore. I can't do it. Because I banter.
That's like Papa's whole thing, though.
Yeah, I know. Because I banter so much. I can banter sober just fine. But if someone calls me a bitch while I'm drunk, I'm gonna fucking just like
lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't value the opinions of others. That's pretty simple.
When I'm drunk, I don't have that. When I'm sober, I have that.
Weird.
Because well, drunk me, kind of just removes any form of barrier that I have, like sober. Like me sober, I'm like, Q calls me a fucking idiot all the time. I call myself a fucking idiot all the time.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what you told me. That's all I'm saying.
Man, Q can't wait to get banned today. I see how it is. Oh, fucking. Like, I can take shit when I'm sober, like easily. Fucking. When you get constantly told like, oh, you steal your content from Papa, like you were such a leech, like, I guess you're right.
I never thought you stole your content from Papa. Like, have you
well, not
seen
steal,
what
but like,
Papa does?
I've been told I'm a leech off Papa, but like that's very like, I don't know if I'd consider that true or not.
With the amount of work you put in for that?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Like
I'm jealous. I
work for Papa, not like leech off of him. I don't like. There's been one time where I've done a series like when he does it, like once, literally.
What do you mean, like you guys did the same game but just not together?
Well, he told me to make a thing for Emerald, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of a fun idea. I'll do a similar series with Emerald.
And then you haven't recorded an episode?
Look, I didn't say you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm not saying you're wrong.
Starter. It will never be picked.
It's Scissor. It's Scissor, though. I'm actually checking my sub feed now, see if it pops in.
Did you name it Sizor?
Scissor? No.
He hasn't recorded the episode yet.
Okay. Weirdly, it just signed me back into my Regi account. That's weird.
Like, you should low-key do with the thing you were talking to me about earlier, like a few days ago, where you're all like, you guest on every episode and have them control the game and you just talk.
Yeah, the collab lock. Yeah, the lazy one.
Yeah, the collab lock.
Interesting.
That sounds lit.
Let me tell you about the collab lock there, Kahoots. The entire purpose is so I'm lazy. It's a reverse Papa lock.
Oh my God.
Papa's lock is he brings people on to talk with him. My thing is you play for me.
How would you get in the game, though?
I would just send them the file.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I can just send them a folder with the save file and the game itself.
I mean, or you could just, if you trust the person enough, can't you just give them remote access to your PC?
I don't know if I trust people enough for that one. They'll look in my porn folders. I don't trust that.
I mean, who's ashamed of the porn they watch? Not me. Unless it's that one you were talking
Sailor
about.
Moon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say unless it's that one you were talking about a few podcasts ago.
Have you
Oh,
looked into that Sailor Moon porno yet?
he
Oh yeah,
did.
Kahootz was here with that. Wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking
Actually,
at that.
I have a very similar topic about porn. So I don't know if you guys get recommended these all the fucking time. I do. Like weird porn intros. Like all the ones that are like fucking really out there and weird. I get recommended them all the time because of YouTube algorithm. So I watch
What do you
them.
mean you get recommended to him?
Like they're weird ones where it's like you know, like the weird porn plots where it's just like one
No.
specific Okay, I'm the
No,
weird one.
no,
I'm the
wait
weird
for it,
one
wait for
then.
it,
I'm the weird
wait for
one
it.
then. God damn it.
No,
That's
I mean,
fine.
like, you get
That's
that
fine.
recommended
That's
to
fine.
you on YouTube. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, YouTube. It's not like the porno part. It's always like the plot
It's
part
just
before.
the intro.
Yeah, the intro, like before the porn, where it's like the plot, where it's like they're trying
What
to
are
tell.
you watching on YouTube
There's
that makes the
plot in
algorithm?
porn.
I don't know. I don't know.
'Cause I've never seen that in my recommended.
I get
like,
weird. I get weird shit all the time. Like
All I
I
see is video game stuff, comic book
That's
stuff,
fair.
and Pokemon.
like I've been
Maybe
getting.
maybe that's the reason you don't get recommended to people. You have some weird things in your search bar.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
think that's
They're
the. I
doxing
don't
the
think
shit
that's
out
the
of
reason, but.
They're doxing you, bro.
My favorite one's called the Lemon Stealing Whore. It's this couple who are just like sitting there like, "Aw, honey, now that we have this lemon tree, we can do so much with it. Lemonade, lemon meringue pie," and they just start chuckling because they can't think of anything else. Then all of a sudden, like, man, I hope no whore steals our lemons. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's been 5 minutes since we looked at our lemon tree. Like, you know what? You're right. It has been 5 minutes since we looked at our lemon tree. They just look over. There's like a whore and like a see-through leotard just putting lemons in her fucking leotard. Fucking
Okay.
really weird.
And obviously the right course of action is to have sex with that person.
Oh yeah, yeah. I watched the actual porno behind that one. That was very interesting.
Link.
Wouldn't recommend. I do want to point out they very specifically know it's a meme now because they advertised it as such on the porn site.
That's
Like
funny.
the infamous lemon stealing whore video.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, I've never heard
Now
of
I found this in my defense through the fact I watch a bunch of like the Oblivion memes from Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion has like a lot of memes to it,
Sure.
and one of them's like dialogue, like where they'll take like weird dialogue, like people have said in like videos and shit. A lot of them are like foreign dubs, like English dubbed over like a different language, and it never like sounds properly. And those get taken a lot. Lemon Stealing Horror one was one of them, and that like led me to down like rabbit hole of that kind of shit. One I didn't know was porn, and then it turned back. Like my brain was like, "Oh, this is porn," and I was like, "Well, I don't think this is actually porn," and then it became porn. That was one of them. It was like this I'm assuming German. That's what I assume based off like how they were speaking. It was like a weird like English language. I can link one of these. I don't know if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need this. I'm good.
I think you need one.
I don't
Oh,
think
put
we've
it
had
in
that.
podcast chat if you want. I'm not clicking it though.
I've talked about
I'm
it.
not having
Actually,
that
I
public
have
recommend.
I've linked these in podcast chat before through actual conversation, like after the podcast of my birthday. I think I did one of those.
Oh wow.
That's wild.
Might
Let's
have been.
see.
I'll,
It wasn't that long ago.
I know I posted selfies from when I was 14. I looked fucking awful. God, I don't miss that time. I guess I didn't fucking rip.
No, it's just old photos of you.
Yeah, no, I don't miss that.
Like
Like,
black hair.
yeah, no, I dyed my hair like thick and black, and it doesn't look right.
What a snack.
Yeah, boy, I don't miss being 14. I don't miss being 14 at all.
You don't?
No, I don't.
I don't think anyone does, if we're being honest.
No, not
No,
really.
oh wait, no, fuck, I was 17. That's even worse. Like I was a
Well, you look 14.
yeah.
Yeah. My brother
Yeah.
just turned 15, so he's in that stage right now.
Where it's like they think they're cool, but they really aren't. Like
There's some cool people out there.
I don't know if you're 15, like you're not gonna fucking. You think you know it's cool, but you're gonna look super dumb in like a year or two.
You know who you look like in this photo? I'm looking. Let me find him real quick. I'm gonna share it in the chat.
It's gonna be.
I wanna.
Are you gonna shit on me
Hold
here?
on.
I feel like you're
No,
gonna shit on me here.
I mean,
He pulls up Dog the Bounty Hunter.
look.
It's like, man, you really look like the dog. Intense typing research, fucking.
Bro, that's
No, like-
Kahootz' like theme song is intense typing.
Intense typing.
My favorite video that got introduced to me, and then I found like on a Discord server later that had nothing to do with it. was this werewolf one, like Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh God. I've seen that porno.
Of course you have.
That's a good one.
No, it's a really shitty bootleg one. It's awful. I love it. I love it. Cause like I was like, oh yeah, I'm the big bad wolf, and then it cuts to like when they're fucking. It's cropped, but it cuts to that. It's like, I'm not actually a wolf. The girl goes like, what? Like such a genuine concerned what? Like what?
And he just starts sucking his dick.
And I know he like pulls it off like, I'm actually a Skeletor. And it's the shittiest Skeletor mask ever. He goes, ha 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 ha. I love that one. That's my favorite. Because it's so shit. It's hilarious to me.
Yo,
Yes, I just shared in the chat.
I love that anime.
What anime is this? Is it
High School of the Dead?
High School of the Dead? Yeah. God damn
That's
it.
such a good anime.
Why am I always the fat, nerdy
No, you do look.
piece
No, that
of
looks,
shit?
No, that guy's cool as fuck, and he gets the bitch at the end.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he though?
Like he gets like the most popular, not popular, but like
I've
one
seen
of the
enough.
funniest,
I've
like,
seen enough
step-up
of
bitches.
Q's history to know where this is going.
No,
He's
it's not. It's
actually-
not even a harem. It's not even a harem anime.
That's fine.
It's really not. It
I
kinda
know.
is, but it's really not.
I've kind of seen. I've seen like an episode or two.
No, this guy's so cool. This man makes a gun out of a nail gun and just starts fucking lasering zombies.
I
And then like
I
saves
saw
his bitch's
2
life all the
episodes. And
time.
I wasn't really big into like the tits in zombies aspect.
This anime really isn't all about. Yeah, it's like there's
But
like
the-
very
the-
small parts of it.
Well, they kind of focused on it in the first episode or 2. Is the thing.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, I remember. It's
I
been
remember, dude. Bitch
it's
slapped
been
the girl,
3
that's all I remember.
years since I've seen it. So like.
Yo, I just binged this like a month ago, and man, it was so good.
Oh man,
So
them
those of
big
you not
titty
know what we're talking
zombies.
about, It's
Some big titty
Hiranano
zombies.
Kota. You
It's
guys
not
talk
even
about
big
High School of
titty
the Dead?
zombies. What are you talking about?
Big titty zombies.
There was not even big. Okay, you didn't watch this.
I saw 2
It's-
episodes. I don't know what happens.
It's big titties, comma zombies, right? It's big titties and zombies.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's not
Exactly.
like overly sexualized like most other animes are. Like there's very small parts of it.
I'd argue that I remember seeing. I don't. Again, it's been since like 2014 since I've seen this.
There's a good story.
Are you sure about that one?
No, yes, no. There's actually a decent story in my opinion.
Next to
It's a good zombie anime, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Q recommends titty animes to us.
bro. Titty animes are the fucking future and the past and the present. Like, don't trip, dog.
They're not.
Titty animes are.
They're kind of the past, but not really the past. Like
Yeah, they've
No, they're
been
really not.
animes have been straying away from doing overly sexual animes anymore, just
Yeah.
because of the way that politics and the way that the world's been changing. But I think it's a
Yeah.
good thing.
it is a good thing because I get tired of seeing like I'm trying to watch a story and then I just see big fucking bazongo titties. Just
I mean,
like,
just don't sexualize it. Jeez.
I mean, if you want to feel that way when I see a fucking panty
No,
shot
I'm
every
kidding.
5
They're
minutes,
definitely doing
fucking.
it. That's like the clickbaitiness of the world. You know what I
It's to attract 14-year-old like horny or like fucking desperate weeaboos. I get it. Like I get like
They
the
hit target
audience.
market.
Yeah, like they're going for that market, and I'm not that market, and I get that.
But no, a good anime
Mm.
that's I don't think it's actually like sexualized. I don't remember, but it's called From Commonplace to World's Strongest. I wrote it in the chat like a couple hours ago.
You probably did.
Fucking lit,
I think I've. Is that a new one? I feel like that's a new one.
I talked about it on the anime episode before with Pugweenie,
Probably.
but it's fucking dope. Like a dude, like it's like a magic type of world, and this dude just like gets trapped in a dungeon, and it just becomes like the best fucking magic guy that you could think of because he has to survive, and it's just really cool.
Genuine question: what's an anime you really wanted to get into but just couldn't do it? Like no matter how hard you tried.
Naruto has way too many episodes, but I want to watch it, but I can't.
I couldn't get into Attack on Titan. I just couldn't get into Attack
I've
on
never
Titan.
tried that either.
Like it was just way too like I didn't like the protagonist. He was very like edgy. His purpose was to be edgy, but it was just like too edgy for me as a human being. Like I just
Too edgy for me.
as an adult, I just don't like edgy that often as much as I used to, like as a teen.
Yeah, no, you do look exactly like this guy. Like, put this guy
Thanks.
next to your fucking YouTube
Fucking-
icon. You're the same person.
Fuck you.
You could cosplay at this man at conventions.
Fuck
Dude, you'd be
you.
the best cosplay for this.
Wow, I'm being fucking bullied here.
This is not. We're not even talking shit. This
You
guy
are
is cool.
Such a
Like, if you
bully.
watch the show, this guy is cool. At the beginning, he's a fucking geek, but towards the end, he's a badass.
Dude.
just show me like episode 1, like that's you.
You know, he's
Like,
a bitch
thanks.
in episode 1, but like once you get to like episode 5, he's dope.
Yeah. Oh, I
I don't think there is an anime that I want to get into. Like,
sorry.
I
I just read
don't-
something extremely racist about Pekin's past,
Ooh.
and my town I used to live in.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, KKK used to recruit there. It's like, okay then, cool.
Nice.
Makes sense though. It's like bumfuck white meth area. But yeah, as an adult, I've just I've kind of just strained from like edgy. Like I make edgy jokes occasionally, but like I just don't like the whole. I don't know. I'm not big into edgy humor as I used to be. Like I'm very like it depends. It's very depends on the situation or what it's about.
I feel you.
Like it depends on the subject matter. Like if it's involving me or something that I am, I don't really care if I make if I hear a joke about it, like if I'm with friends.
Sure.
But if it's like a stranger on the internet, I kind of care because it's just like, you probably should be making that joke to strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like that's why I don't go to a lot of Discords, because a lot of it's like a lot of the big Discords are a lot of 14-year-olds, and 14-year-olds make the same kind of jokes, and it's like, not my humor. I don't know if I'm like alone on that one or not. I don't know, but like,
I don't know. I don't let it bother me. I suppose.
it doesn't bother me. It's I just try to avoid it, just not deal with it, kind of thing. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not like I just not into edgy humor. Like it's like why I don't know. I just don't feel like the need on shitting on like other people for what they are. I don't know.
So if I could complain for a second.
About me, yeah, go for it.
No, not about you. I do that enough. But like, so I went to. I'm in another draft league, right?
Yes.
Sure.
And we're drafting currently.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're in another one?
Is this the point system
another
one or like
Yeah, it's another. It's the point system one I was talking about.
Okay.
So like we started drafting, and I saw that I was pick number 10, and I was a little devastated because I was like, it's a national dex draft, so like there's a chance I could get Dragapult, but at the same time, I'm probably not gonna get Dragapult.
It is a
Your
platform
entire goal
mod,
in
yeah.
every draft league is just get Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and Dragapult got taken 2 spots before I chose, and I'm fucking pissed.
Dang.
Ooh.
Trade.
Yeah.
Be like, trade? Like, I'll give
I
you
can't.
100 points.
There's no trades or
Alright.
future transactions in this draft. We're actually only drafting 8 Pokemon, which is really weird.
Oh, Kahoots. The one thing I found funny was like, me and Q somehow traded. That was fun.
Yeah. Right.
Oh
what the hell's
yeah,
all that?
I made a
Yeah,
mistake when I was.
I know that was a mistake, but I found that funny when I saw
Yeah,
it.
like when we just randomly stumbled upon like the site before you even wrote in chat that it was up. We were just looking at it one day, and he's all like, "Oh yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for the Hydreigon, by the way." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And you're like, "Yeah, we got a transaction."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
thanks.
cool."
So the reason for that is when I was putting in everyone's team, I didn't know how the wheel pick was going to work, right?
Hey, it's
So
all
I
good.
I didn't know if it goes back to Q for the next pick or it stays at Regi. So I thought, okay, so I was thinking, okay, so if it goes back to Q, I'll have to trade. But so that's
Yeah, no,
that's
it's not a
why
big deal. We just thought it was funny.
we did genuinely think it was hilarious. It's like, oh man, thanks for the Hydreigon. That was such a good Pokemon you gave me.
It actually is. Like,
It is.
Fun fact: Hydreigon was the first overall pick in the draft I'm in right now.
That's funny.
Really?
It makes sense.
Yeah,
It's a very powerful mon.
Like you have Landorus, you have Dragapult, you have Kartana, you have all these Pokemon, Necrozma, like all these good Pokemon, and the guy chose Hydreigon. That's what made me think at that moment. I was like, yo, maybe I'll get Dragapult, but no, it didn't happen.
you almost got it.
I did two picks away.
The thing with Hydreigon.
Part of me was like gonna be all like, "Yo, guys, $5 if you guys pass on Dragapult." I swear to God.
So what you do is you get the Dragas. What is it? Dragazolt. What's the second one?
That's the thing, though. None of them are faster than Dragapult, even if they're scarfed. Like it's impossible to be faster. You have to. The only way to be faster would be to rock Blunder Policy on them and then miss before Dragapult comes in. Then you're faster. Only way. Or you get webs up and Dragapult's not running clear by.
Yeah.
And you're scarfed. Then you can be faster. But otherwise, there's no way.
Oh, pro tip: if you get Mimikyu, great counter for Dragapult.
Kind of, not really. Shadow Claw and a Shadow Sneak doesn't kill unless you Sword Stance.
Yeah.
Choice spec substitute, baby. I got you. Now the thing with Hydreigon is like it's a very nice mon. It's very bulky and powerful. And a lot of weaknesses though. It's its only like real drawback.
I guess, but there's also a lot of resistances too.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's like a weird mon where it's like,
too.
yeah,
Like,
it's a situational mon where it's like if you're like against the right team, you can wreck house or you
I don't
can
know,
get
man.
destroyed.
I've used Dragapult a lot. Not Dragapult, my bad. I used
Hydreigon.
Hydreigon a lot, and he's super reliable.
Yeah, he's good. I'm not saying he's bad mon by any means. By any means.
Hmm.
I'm
So
saying
it-
he's a
it's-
very good mon. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not regretting the Hydreigon pick. I'm actually shocked I got Hydreigon in all honesty. Like in hindsight, now that I'm thinking about it, how did I get Hydreigon? Like if
Well,
any of
because
us.
there's 6 of us, and there's a lot of Pokemon to pick from. So yeah,
That's
I'm not
fair.
surprised you got Hydreigon.
That's fair. There's
Yeah, I
also
mean, there are so many Pokemon that was in this. It's probably in the same line and tier for Hydreigon.
Wait,
It
it's
is. I think he's S tier. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hydreigon's S tier. Only because of the small pool of Pokemon that are available,
Yeah.
it makes Hydreigon better because a lot of fairies aren't in the game.
Yeah.
So
That was the whole drawback of Hydreigon, like in like National Dex format and like Gen 7, is that there's a lot like in in Sun and Moon they introduced so many fairies, like the 3 Tapus like right off the
yeah.
So
bat.
many fairies.
So like
So-
yeah, Hydreigon had a huge glaring weakness to fairies, which is why he didn't really do well.
Yeah.
But he's doing perfect in Gen 8. He's doing great in
Yeah.
Gen 8.
so
I mean, Levitate, Dark, that's 2 immunities right there. And then on top of that, he's pretty strong just in general. He's decently fast. He's what, 98
Yeah.
base speed?
Yeah, I usually run Choice Scarf on my Hydreigons when I use him because it's a
Yeah.
semi-counter to Dragapult unless he's scarfed. But
Now, so this is going to the nerdy stuff now. Do you do the physical or special Hydreigons? I've seen
I've
both.
never done physical in my
Never done
life.
physical?
Yeah, special is just always better for me, in my opinion. For me,
I've seen both. I think the ones
no, I've
been
seen
running-
Dragon Dance Hydreigon before,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I've seen
I've never used it, so I really don't know.
Yeah, they usually do like Dragon Dance, Outrage, probably Crunch for the stab.
I
and-
personally favor being able to be offensive initially rather than setting up to be offensive. While setting up to be offensive does, have its perks in situations, but
Mhm.
like I don't know, I just always prefer to just be offensive like straight off the bat,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
That's
that's just,
fair.
Oh, another anime where I wanted to get into it, but I just like I liked the manga, but I couldn't get to the anime. It was fucking One Piece. I couldn't do One Piece.
Listen.
I tried.
Listen,
I
I love
tried.
One
I
Piece.
he said,
tried.
listen,
Yeah.
listen.
But there are 1,000 episodes. I
There's
got
925
bored.
of them.
It's the same number.
Well, calm down, Cahoots. We get it. You watched One Piece.
But like I can't get past a certain point. Like I feel the need to rewatch it because I forget what happens, and it's always like I always quit like halfway into an arc. So I
That's
still
what I hate about animes that I start watching, but then I fall asleep. Because like I've
yeah,
been watching Fairy Tail a lot, but I've been falling asleep to it because like I gotta sleep sometime,
yeah.
and then I wake
Sometime.
up. And then like some crazy shit is happening, like some world-ending stuff, and like a villain from 4 episodes ago is all of a sudden on the team, and now I'm just like, I missed so much, I can't just go back and watch all that shit. Like
That-
I'm never gonna get through this.
It's like, well, I'm
So
here
honestly,
now.
the
Fucking
perfect description for Fairy Tale. 4 episodes ago, the villain is now. 4 episodes later,
Yeah,
the
no,
villain is now on the team.
that's
the
literally
perfect
what happens
description.
fucking
every fucking time. It's like this is Dragon Ball Z all over again, guys.
fuck yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z all over again. Fucking. I will say, I loved watching Dragon Ball, the original one. I will. People shit on me for watching. People shit on me for watching Dragon Ball Z. Like any
Really?
anime elitists fucking hate
That makes
Dragon Ball.
no sense. That's literally
That's
the godfather of
ridiculous.
anime.
Yeah, it's like the one that got
One.
everyone into it, and everyone's just
One
like,
of the
"Oh,
four
it's
horsemen
shit."
of anime.
Like I don't get shitting on like the big ones because like I get it, you're like an elitist, you want to watch specific anime, but like
More so
What-
like you're a hipster.
what is-
Oh, you watched One Piece?
yeah, like
Wow.
oh you enjoyed Bleach, oh you fucking you're awful. It's like no, it's fine. Yeah,
Both of which
bad.
I've never seen yet.
Yeah. Like I like
We're just
old.
getting another anime, guys.
Yeah.
Getting a new anime.
Heard.
I'm hoping for a few other ones to get like more. There's a few anime I want.
I've
like,
been
to
watching a
get
lot of like
progressed.
newer animes that came out last year that are only
Mhm.
1 season long, and it pisses me off so much, dude.
There's some good
like,
ones. There's some good
I've
ones.
watched so many 1 season animes in the past couple months that I'm just dying on the inside, honestly. I'm doing it to myself too. Like I need to stop, but I just can't.
Makes you feel better as a manga reader. It's like a situation where it's like, who's gonna translate the fuck out of this? Who's not? How long am I
Yeah.
gotta wait?
And it just never happens.
There's like a
Yeah.
manga I've been waiting for since the 2016, and it's still not fucking finished translating.
That feels bad.
So it's just
I'd be
like,
pissed too.
what do I do in that scenario?
Just give
Fucking
up?
You,
learn
you try to get Crunchyroll
Japanese.
ticket.
I'm not getting. I just don't support Crunchyroll personally.
You get an anime girlfriend and she reads it to you. at bedtime.
Exactly. Fucking
Learn Japanese. Duolingo.
I tried.
Fuck all of them.
I tried. But it's like a
Languages
very
are hard.
Japanese is a very difficult language to like, especially written. Written, it's very like
I mean, Reggie can
complicated.
barely speak English. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. It's American. Get it right.
It's American? Regi can barely speak American, okay?
I can barely speak American. Like,
Classic.
see, I called I called Hawaiian pizza, in front of Kahoots. I just don't speak,
That was your first mistake
Yeah.
of today.
Now,
Anyways.
now Kahoots has like my head on like a pike. He's waiting for it.
I
Like
mean, you guys are battling today. Let's fucking
Exactly.
go. The hype is real.
exactly.
The hype is so real.
The Hawaiian
Oh, man.
homicide's
I'm
about to
excited.
happen. I get it. I get it.
Dude. Bro, Cahoots, if you don't title your video Hawaiian Homicide, first you gotta win to title it Hawaiian Homicide. Actually, no, it works both ways. If you get killed, yeah, it actually works both ways.
It does work both ways.
You can just title it Hawaiian Homicide. It works both ways.
If I ever sexo anyone, it's gonna be called a regicide because that's like.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be lit. I hope so.
Also,
I don't think. Yeah,
also, fun
I don't think
fact:
it's gonna
destroying me can also be considered regicide because it's murdering royalty.
happen. Hawaiian Regicide.
Because it's literally
That'd
murdering royalty is called regicide. I didn't even know that when I made my name.
Oh wow, you speak very highly of yourself, sir.
Yeah,
Are
no.
we using just the way that homicide works? Are we using that like in reverse? Like
We're using it both ways here.
genocide.
But regardless of like, I mean,
It's just an alliteration, Hawaiian Homicide, which is why it sounds cool. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah. See, you can't go like substrike
Zaboomafu.
yeah.
Speaking of which, what's your name? Cahoots, have you?
Her name? Her
have
name?
you- Did I say what's her name? I thought I
Yeah.
said what's your name.
You said her name.
I could have sworn I said your, but either way, have you brought your fucking mascot of your team, Komodo, to a battle yet?
No,
curious.
I haven't brought it yet.
What
Yeah.
the hell, dude?
It's
He's
just-
so
it's-
good.
It hasn't been good against the two people that I was up against.
I'm gonna be real with you.
So it's like a
A
scenario.
special attacking Komodo would have been really good against.
I mean, yeah.
A defensive special attacking Komodo.
To be fair, it's my same scenario for like Rillaboom. Is just like the people I fought. It just would have been like subpar. Like for the
and
battle.
he's really not good against Cahoots either, which is unfortunate.
Like I might be nice against Chrisman. I don't really know.
No, he's actually really good against what's his face?
Couples counseling.
Couples constantly. Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
his
outside of
fucking
Colossal,
team
yeah.
is half ground and water. Well, no, his team is half ground and rock. And
Yeah.
then all you got to worry about is Cinderace, and you have
Mhm.
what do you have for that?
I have Toxapex.
You have
Fair, fair.
Toxapex for Cinderace. Max defense Cinderace, bro. The only problem is he has Libero, and then he
Yeah.
also has access to Zen Headbutt, which does a lot of damage if it's stab boosted. So
Yeah, but we'll
that's
see.
gonna be a problem for you. But you swap out the Hydreigon, you're immune to it. Then you hit
Yeah.
him with the Dark Pulse. These are the scenarios we need to talk about, Reggie. But it's okay. I understand.
my coach,
I just wanna play
my
against
coach
everyone,
Q. It's
honestly.
okay.
I just want to play against everyone.
Who do you have left, Q? After this?
Today I'm fighting
It's-
Chrisman in about an hour and a
Okay.
half,
Okay.
and then DBB, and then BraddahKahuutz.
Okay. So you guys are like
Figure out-
you guys are the final week against each other. Okay, good.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
so hype.
It's a build up, dude.
Keep playing that out for sure.
I was actually really excited about it. But no, it was automatic. He did a random.
Yeah, no, I was just joking. I know you didn't actually do that.
I mean, I'm fine with the setup. I've never
Awesome.
actually. It's an order of people It's kind of an order of people I've talked to, except I've never talked to DBB. I've talked to Q. I've talked to Kahoots. I've never had a conversation with Chrisman or like couples counseling.
I mean,
great.
we all
They're
did when
both
we were in the
great.
stream together.
Outside of
so-
like the one stream, I've never had a conversation with either of them.
yeah, I can see that.
I've kind of like I'm back and forth with Chrisman a little bit because I was trying to get him on the podcast. He was just like, "Oh yeah, I have
Dude,
work."
he's
We're
a
just-
character, bro. If you could get him on the podcast, that would be lit.
Dude, that'd be the best.
I have to
Like,
get him on.
hey, what up, man? How you doing, man?
I had to get him on like one of his days off whenever I can get that happening. Fucking.
The problem, he's like, oh my gosh, he's like what, 5 or 6 hours ahead.
So we're battling at his 7 p.m., which is my noon. So
Yeah.
right now it's 5:30 p.m. for him.
That's perfect. We can get him like after work maybe. Like, oh sorry, eating. It's like, oh okay. Got
Oh,
you.
well, fuck me, I guess.
All right. Eating on the podcast. I know that well.
So it'd be like
Q.
it would be like 2.5 hours ago. So it'd be like his 3:30,
Yeah.
3 o'clock. Yeah, it'd be his 3 o'clock, I suppose.
That wouldn't be too bad. I'd be like, on his day off, we could make it work. I feel like, that kind of scenario.
And the only thing about that is, I'm assuming Chrisman is coming for revenge because the last time me and him battled, I swept the shit out of him with Kartana.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then,
And yeah, It was a good time. It was a good battle, but he was pissed.
I won't lie to you. I don't know how me and Kahoots are gonna go. I assume Kahoots is gonna win, but it depends on the
Reggie,
severity.
Here's the thing: if you go into a battle assuming you're gonna lose, not like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna.
I'm not being negative about it. Like if I win, that's cool with me. Like
If we have this 30-minute conversation that we can have after the podcast is over, I assure you, you will have at least a 10% more chance to win.
Actually,
10%
than you do,
more.
currently.
After this podcast, I'm gonna go steal my pizza sub from the fridge and then come out.
Like
Well,
right
then,
now-
then you still be 10% less.
Right now, you have a 50% chance to win because it's you versus him.
Yeah.
But after this conversation, you'll at least have a 60% chance to win. I guarantee it.
53 got you. Understand?
And then you can just brag that your Excadrill only had 2 moves.
Man, that stab sword
Like,
stance.
yeah,
Can't wait.
I fucking beat you with an Excadrill with 2 moves. Get wrecked.
One of which is substitute. Like.
And he's. Oh, never mind. I almost gave it away. Don't say it. Good times. But yeah, that's. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to watch that on Sunday.
I think I will end the podcast off now. I want food.
Okay.
That's purely the reason.
That's fair.
I want.
Nice
okay.
2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
This is great.
The shortest podcast so far.
It's been so much fun.
It's also
Wish I could
because
do it more
it's
often.
also because no one shut up because the YouTube fucked me over.
Yeah, it was just us fucking.
I'm
around,
not
basically.
even in YouTube's fucking. Not even in my sub feed.
Yeah,
Ah!
dude.
You know what's gonna
Fuck you.
happen though is like after it ends,